Going on? Hi.
These, you know.
All right. JD, let's go. How are you feeling? JD, how are you feeling?
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm always, you know what I mean? Like, I don't,
Yeah. What did you?
This is JD talking to the doctor.
Right.
I don't know. You know, I don't know how much I can talk about, really.
Why not? It's you.
I don't necessarily know. I know. I was just saying.
All right, here's the real JD.
No, it's a whole big thing.
All right, thanks. Hey, JD.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
What's going on with you? Because someone told me you're having like mental problems.
Are you mental?
Don't go mental on me, dude.
Huh?
Don't go mental on me.
You were the
No,
last
not
person I
to.
expected.
I don't want to. I don't think I am. I had like what really got to me was I had like this. I felt like really anxious and nervous like the past sort of week. Like I couldn't get over something. I don't know what it was, but
You were something bothered you, but you don't even know what it was.
yeah, like I would if I thought about like riding on a train or being somewhere like away from my apartment for more than being out in the city, being that far out, like it just made my stomach sort of like nervous and in knots. And then I tried, I felt a little bit better on Friday morning, and I tried going in, and I had like this sort of mini panic attack or something. I rode 5 stops, and then I got right off and turned back around.
I'm wondering if this has something to do with he hangs around with Artie a lot. And, Artie's got all kind of issues.
See, this
hey,
is
by the way,
what I
Artie's
was
not even
thinking.
here this morning.
I saw that Artie wasn't here,
Yeah.
and when you first started telling me about JD having these problems, I'm like, is he running, is Artie influencing
Yeah.
him?
Are you
No.
What do you want to be like Artie?
No.
Yeah, you're little Artie now?
No, I don't.
JD, let me understand something. Answer some of my questions. Let me clarify this.
Okay.
All right. You originally you've been out now, 4 days?
Well, I did go in last night, and I left like around 4:30.
So you're claiming that you did a day?
Did you take the subway here?
Yes,
Okay.
and I took it Saturday too.
Okay. So you originally started staying home because you had a stomach virus?
No, I stayed home. Let's see, I go in Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So that'd be Wednesday and Thursday. I was sick more. I had like a cold or flu or whatever, and coughing and stuff. I would say Wednesday, Tuesday night, Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, Thursday, it was more of a nausea, nauseous, whatever feeling, and then that sort of. And then I tried going in Friday.
So do you think you're actually sick? I mean, it's not just a mental thing?
No, I think that sickness is gone now. Now it's panic.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'm okay physically. I'm just sort of, whenever I went to this doctor, I went to just like some sort of walk-in thing because I don't have a regular doctor because I'm not responsible.
You're kidding.
But I told him about what was going on, and he sort of said well, because I actually tried taking half a Xanax on let's say Friday.
Who
night.
told you to take a Xanax? The doctor?
That was my idea.
Yeah, you can't do
Where
that.
did you get Xanax?
I know.
Where'd you get it?
Just a friend. I'm not going to, say where I get stuff. I don't want to get people in trouble.
Right.
But I was just wondering, you didn't get it from a doctor. You're just taking other people's pills.
No. I took half a Xanax on Friday night.
Yes, to answer your question, Robin. He self-medicated.
No, I'm not even all that self-medicated, really. And then Saturday when I went to the doctor, and got the confirmation that I was physically okay, and I told him about my panic attack and stuff and how I get nervous sometimes and whatnot. He talked about Zoloft, and
is that what Jason's on?
I don't think so.
Almost my whole crew is medicated.
Yeah, I was going to say, but even
a lot of them are.
JD, your friends are giving you the wrong medication, you see?
But don't you think Zoloft is
This was a doctor.
No. Your
walk-in
doctor said Zoloft. Your friend gave you Xanax.
No, well, I thought Xanax myself because I hear, I've just heard people talking about Xanax and how it can calm you down or something.
So did it calm you down?
I felt better. I got like 5 hours of sleep, which is the most sleep I've gotten in the past week.
All right, let me understand what's going on with you, because I got to straighten you out quick.
I'm trying to straighten myself out, but
well, you're not good at it.
Trying.
I'm here.
Imagine him trying to straighten himself out.
What could make him so nervous?
I don't know. I think, anyone on the subway is nervous.
No.
Everyone.
He's sitting at
Anything
home nervous. He's not encountering the subway.
No, there's something going on with the subway, and I'm starting to. I think I might be able to piece some of this.
He got mugged.
He got mugged on the subway, but
that was years ago.
Still, maybe he didn't get over. But Jason
post-traumatic stress, Robin.
Oh.
Jason was telling me
10 years later.
He rode the subway with him with JD recently. Jason did. And you know how, like, when you take the subway, like, there's certain spots you like to stand, like, I'll be at the front of the train or whatever. Right. So Jason goes, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to go to the front of the train. And he said that JD got, like, all nervous. He's like, oh, no. I got to be in the middle. That's where the conductor is. I got to be near the conductor. And Jason said he just kept talking about being near the conductor.
The conductor's in the middle?
Yeah.
Middle car.
How does he see anything?
The conductor's in the middle?
Well, he should be at the front. Maybe JD's got a right to be nervous.
No, he can see whenever he opens the doors, he looks out the window, but, whenever the train's in motion, he can see within that car.
Yeah, but how does he see?
Oh, you mean, How
does he drive the train if he can't see the front
Well, he doesn't ride the train. He doesn't actually drive it. He just sort of watches, looks out.
He's not the engineer.
Yeah.
Oh, he's security, in other words.
But he knows exactly where that guy is, so there's something bigger going on.
Are you nervous that you're going to get beaten up so that guy can help you, or are you nervous that just because the train's going to...
I'm always sort of I'm always sort of nervous about just anything because I'm just a nervous Nelly, to put it in a gay term. But this was just sort of like it wasn't going away. Like nothing. I was nothing. It was over anxious, over nervous about just thinking about anything of being away from somewhere. I don't know. It was just odd.
See, this is the start of agoraphobia.
Yeah.
JD's getting afraid to leave home.
That was another, fear of mine.
That's cool if you're Howard Hughes, but if you're JD, you got a big problem.
Yeah, being attached to that apartment, I don't think is a good idea.
You don't want to be agoraphobic with no money.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, listen, dude. I mean, you got to pull yourself together.
Great.
I'm not.
Let me read you the riot act here. What's going on?
I've only taken. I got prescribed a Zoloft, 50 milligrams. The guy told me to take half.
First of all, you want to go to my doctor? What kind of fucking doctor are you going to?
Hold on.
You got insurance. Go to a good doctor.
He went to a walk-in clinic.
Ay.
Well, because I wanted to go.
I don't know anything about medicine, but isn't walk-in clinic mean like the worst doctor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What kind of doctor was he?
There's a guy. It was, what he's.
Did he even have on a white jacket?
No,
he's probably got jeans and a work shirt on.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, your local hippie doctor.
Yeah, was he like a young kid?
Yeah, he was a bit younger, and he did try to talk a little cool, and it got a little weird. So I
was a brain surgeon.
What do you mean he would try to talk a little cool?
I don't know. He was just like trying to seem young or whatever, like hanging out with his friends and stuff. Like
what?
He was talking about his friends being on Zoloft too, and I was like, oh, okay, all right.
So, you're gonna go on a medication from a walk-in clinic doctor who saw you once? Dude, that doesn't sound right to me.
You'd be better off getting the pills from your friends.
You went in and just said you were anxious. And he said there was nothing wrong with you physically, it's just in your head, right?
Well, I was the one that sort of said, that I get, there's something, it might all be in my head and stuff, and then he sort of just like he said I shouldn't take Xanax because that's too addictive and stuff, and then he said something about Zoloft, how it wasn't as addictive, but then, once I get home and I read all about Zoloft, that's all I hear about how addictive it is.
So, you don't need that.
Well, that's what a walk-in doctor will do.
Yeah.
He won't know the medication.
I like that the walk-in doctor wasn't sure. It's kind of addictive, but not really that addictive.
You don't think the walk-in doctor's really reading up on stuff.
And he goes, a lot of my friends are on it, so don't worry about it.
Right. Yeah.
JD, look, here's what you got to do. Today, you got to go see a real doctor.
Oh, I want to go to sleep. I want to go to bed. I want to get this, like, sort of... I want to eat or not eat, but actually eat. Whenever you take Zoloft, you don't have an appetite.
So what do you want? So wait. What do you want to do today? You want to go to sleep?
Yes, I'm going to try and sleep, and then I have to go to the grocery later because I have nothing in my house, and then I'm going to work tonight.
So these are your priorities.
Yeah.
Maybe your hours are weird.
Well, they are weird.
Yeah, well, maybe you need to maybe figure out a different work schedule. Want to sit down with me and figure it out? Because you know what he does? He gets up like at midnight, and he's here at 1 in the morning, and then he's here till 10, and...
I know he's not getting any REM sleep, and he's probably lost his mind at this point.
I tried to figure out some sort of schedule, but I don't like riding the train in the middle of the night, and then...
So don't do it. So come in like when the rest of us come in.
But then, something might not get, I'm not going to
JD,
stuff
watch
ahead of time.
Watch your TV shows at night. Figure out what at your apartment. Figure out what you want to pull when you get in here, and then do it when you get in.
Oh, all right. I'll figure something out. I'll try. Maybe I'll try and get in like around 4 when Scott gets in or something.
Yeah. You know what? Sit down with me. We're going to figure out a work schedule for you. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Because you're not doing it right.
Trust me, my biggest worry is being fired because of all this stuff, and that's because this is this is the most important thing to me, and that's why.
No kidding.
Well, this is going to be like a self-fulfilling prophecy if you can't get out of the house.
No, I know.
You want to be fired? He hasn't been able to show up to work. Of course, you're going to be fired.
He's like my biggest fear. No, you can count on that.
Yeah, you can count on being fired if this keeps going on. No job, no insurance, no Zoloft, no nothing. Listen to me. You go see a real doctor.
I love all these guys who, they secretly are sicker than me.
Yeah.
And then they're always laughing at me.
I don't laugh at your often.
The only thing you should be worried about or having anxiety about is finding a chick to bring to my party.
Oh, that'll kill him. What kind of medication will he be on if he has to
What are you saying to that, JD?
I thought about that, too. Trust me.
Yeah, he's anxious.
I got a lot of things that I'm thinking about.
That probably sent him over.
I'm thinking JD would be super articulate if he just start working during the day. Maybe he's just dopey from lack of sleep.
No, maybe there's a medication for articulation.
Yeah. Was your doctor he wasn't even a Jewish guy, was he?
I don't think so, no.
You hear King of All Blacks.
Yeah. Even King of All Blacks goes to a Jewish doctor.
I don't know what this guy was. I don't even remember his name, actually.
All right.
I have his card somewhere.
You know what? You're going to have to get him a psych consultation.
Yeah.
I'll be. I don't want to take any meds. I tried it, and I don't think I like it, and it's not for me. And it's.
No,
so
that's what you first said about booze. Now I hear you drink like a fish.
Yeah, this is
No, I don't drink like a fish. No one's seen me drinking. I haven't drinking forever.
Drinking. I haven't drankin' forever. I haven't. He graduated college. I haven't drankin' forever.
That's that full cell education.
Yeah. Did you just say I haven't drankin' forever?
Well, drank in forever, not drank.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, got it.
How about I haven't had a drink?
In a long time.
No, that too.
All right. So, JD, let me get this straight. You do have some physical ailment.
No.
Not anymore.
Okay, well, then you should have been at work.
I was at work. Well, my stomach hurts.
Yeah, well, that's because you...
But that's not it's not because of like a flu or a thing. It's from the Zoloft, and because you don't get an appetite, and then you get hungry, and so I've come home and
Sounds like a grand plan you're planning.
You should go on what Jason's on. He gets plenty hungry. He gets hungry enough for 10 people. Well, I don't know what's going on with you. I'm not a psychiatrist, but certainly I think you're in need of a real top-notch medical guy who could sit there with you and try to decipher what's going on.
Well, he probably needs, but you know what? There's nothing physically wrong with him. He caught a little cold, and now his anxiety is feeding into all of this.
Yeah.
His real problem is up here in the noggin.
Yeah, noggin. Which is
you need a noggin doctor.
Which is a technical term for your head. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
He got sick, then he got anxiety because he was sick, and now he's left with the anxiety, but the sickness is gone. And, I don't know what's going on, but
Well, I tried to get rid of the anxiety quick, and it's not.
No.
It didn't work. So
are you going to have to retire to take care of your health?
It sounds weird.
No.
It sounds weird. Like the doctor just all of a sudden saw you for 5 minutes and then wants to put you on medication. That's a pretty serious decision to go on medication.
That is exactly why all these people are on this medication. Most of them aren't getting it from psychiatrists.
Right.
They're getting it from regular doctors.
Have you been able to masturbate?
I haven't even really tried. That was another thing. I was just like, I haven't really tried, actually.
Did you go on the internet and talk to some girls?
No, not really. I mainly
Wow.
laying down.
Yeah, pretty bad shape.
So even your social life has been impacted.
Maybe you backed up.
Like, lack thereof.
Yeah, his social life, his whole masturbation thing is like, he's not even getting his rocks
His
off.
whole outreach to people was the internet.
I know, like picking up like those girls for a couple of dollars who, will jerk off in front of you.
All right, okay, all right.
Is the whole Ronnie thing getting you stressed out because you had to cancel Ronnie's show and then bring it back? And
No, I don't think so.
Right.
That was I almost didn't go in Tuesday because I had the cold or whatever, but I came in because I knew the whole Ronnie thing was going on.
Right.
Jesus, Jace. Oh, JD, you're
I
sounding
came
terrible.
I came in then.
All right, describe to me what happens. You start getting ready for work, right? Let me work with you here a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. First you got sick, I understand that.
Yes.
And you started getting better, but
some things have been going on because he says he hasn't had a good night's sleep in a long time.
well, because he has a ridiculous schedule. You should see what this kid does. He gets on the train. What time do you get on the train? 1 a.m?
I try and get on the train by around 11, a little after 11, so I can get there around 12.
So when are you sleeping anyway? You get there. So you get to midnight. You get in here and you're watching TV all night.
Well, I try and get to sleep like around 3, and then wake up around 9:30.
4, 5, 6, 9,
That's
8.
like 6
10
or 8
o'clock.
hours.
That's not all. That's the worst schedule I ever heard. There's got to be a better way to do your job.
You're almost like the taxi driver.
Yeah.
Gee, thanks.
I mean, that's crazy.
I'm just trying to,
No, I know you're trying to, and you do a great job, and I'm worried about you. So
I'm trying. Well, I appreciate it. I don't want people to worry about me.
Well,
Did
I'm
you
worried.
know at all that he was headed this way?
No,
This is a complete surprise?
He was my rock. He was the one guy who wasn't mental.
Crazy. You didn't have to worry about JD.
So JD was like one of these guys that just kind of had it all together.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, I never thought you were mental.
Look at you.
Well, I didn't necessarily. I didn't really think I was all that. Well, I guess I knew I was sort of mental, but not like I don't think I'm going anywhere near like KC mental or anything anytime soon.
Did you start reading the Bible?
No.
Are you cutting yourself?
No, and I'm not.
Yeah, do we have to check your arms?
No, I'm not, and I'm not walking behind people.
So what's the crazy?
So put an axe in them.
So what's the craziest thing you're doing?
Craziest thing I'm doing is not being at work because my stomach is fucking not feeling great, and so that's.
Is it like a knot, or is it like a nauseous, or is it like an
So you're
ache?
nervous?
Well, because of the Zoloft, you don't get an appetite, so you don't eat.
Yeah, but before the Zoloft, you were feeling something. What was going on there?
Well, yeah, that was nausea. That was with the over anxious. It was like just a big knot and tight and like sort of almost burning almost or whatever. I don't know.
Like an ulcer.
That's anxiety.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
and it wasn't like going away, and that's what freaked me out. And I wanted to do something quick so I could go to work and stuff and do whatever. And
Makes sense that JD's fucked up, though,
Well, when you sit around and think about it, well, all the indications for being fucked up are there.
Right.
Not being able to talk.
Yeah, I mean, he's complete. like now it doesn't surprise me that JD's fucked up.
Yeah.
And I know he had a rough childhood. So.
I would always say, even at a
Wasn't
party.
that rough? Stop it.
No, come on, man.
Even
My
at
parents are fine. Stop.
okay.
Maybe he's pregnant.
Even at a party, JD doesn't talk to anybody.
I know.
I mean, it's just terrible.
He's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I don't
whatever.
know. What am I going to say to him?
I try to get to work. Well, whatever. Whatever.
It's like,
He goes, I try to get to work and do whatever. You're working.
What's the craziest thing you're doing? I don't know.
Imagine the trip to the doctor when he's explaining to the young man what's going on. Like I'm nauseous and stuff, but I don't know. Whatever.
It was like a nauseous or
Knot.
A nuisance. I don't know.
Like a knot.
But it was like a knot and it's burning.
Then you got to
and
be
it wasn't
sitting
going
here
away.
wondering why Artie's late. Like, what's going on there?
We should just lock these doors.
I know.
Everybody here is crazy.
But he's nuts.
What do you think's really going on with JD?
I don't know. Robin says that it's, I think it has to do with when he was mugged on the train. Robin says it's been a long time, but you can sort of harbor some of those feelings and they sort of build, even if it's a period of years. And, we joke about what happened to him, but, like, he got the shit beat out of him. Like, he got punched in the face because he was on the train in the middle of the night. They took his iPod, and I think that, if you've never been punched in the face before, it's one of those things you remember. So I think that might be part of it. I think he might be having some anxiety.
Now, him being sick, does this have anything to do with that, you think? Because he was sick at first.
No, I think part of it, too, is that I think he got sick, and then I think the sickness made him start to have anxiety when he was on the train as well, which I think he was having already because he's like, what if I get sick on the train? What will I do? And then he got better, but was still having anxiety on the train. I don't know. I'm just guessing. He's never discussed it with me or anything.
Do you think medication is the way for JD?
It might be. I mean, if he's having anxiety, that's what they make anti-anxiety pills for.
Do you think his self-diagnosis was correct? He was taking like pills.
Well, no, he was self-medicating. He borrowed a Xanax from somebody. That's I get it. You take a Xanax. It's just a Xanax is just makes you feel good. You'd have two glasses of scotch and get the same feeling. It just relaxes you. And so he did that, and then he went to a doctor and they gave him the Zoloft, which John Hunter was saying Zoloft seems like a big it seems like a big hammer for a small job. But we'll see what happens.
Who gives a fuck about JD? He doesn't care about me. Why should I give a fuck about him?
You're still bitter?
No, I'm not bitter. I don't wish bad things on anybody, really, except a few people.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, what do you think's going on with him?
What?
He was sick.
He's not sleeping.
And now it's anxiety.
Yeah, well, he's not sleeping. When you don't sleep, your fucking anxiety gets really bad.
So it's finally
I know the feeling well because I haven't been sleeping too well lately. So, yeah.
So what is it, like he cracked?
Pretty much. He had a little bit of a breakdown.
JD has a lot of anxiety issues. They aren't new, and they've apparently been manifesting themselves for a long time, and it's starting to cripple him. So I feel very bad for him.
What do you think exactly is causing this? They said like his hours are crazy, maybe the past experience on the subway.
Look, the hours don't help. He works crazy hours, and yeah, he was punched, mugged, robbed on a subway about 5 years ago, which is scary as hell. But I think this stuff has been inside him for a long time. I mean, anyone who knows JD, has heard him on the air, or who knows him personally, knows that he's full of anxiety. He can't even get his words out straight because he doubts himself halfway through a sentence and cuts himself off and changes his mind. He's a mess, and it probably stems from a lot of things in his life, not just anything recently. And for whatever reason, whatever the trigger is, it seems to be manifesting inside of him and coming out. Probably the fact that he's almost 30 years old and still lives like a 12-year-old. My guess is he's getting a little bit nervous with the light at the end of the tunnel over here at Sirius. Maybe he's getting nervous about his future. So.
Do you think medication's the answer for him?
Listen, I'm not a doctor. Medication is the answer for me right now. I kind of was in the same boat JD was, in the sense that mine was more depression with anxiety, but what got me to go on the drugs the first time was this job. I was afraid I was going to lose this job because I couldn't get my shit together, and so that's why I started going on it, and it saved my life, and I hope JD is helped. Whether it's Zoloft or some other drug that doesn't give him an upset stomach and make him crazy. Whatever JD needs, I hope he could be helped. I'm a big proponent of the pills. I don't think they'll cure me, but they certainly make me able to come to work and instill me with confidence, as people here like to say. So I act like a big asshole to everybody. But hey, it's a trade-off. I'd rather act like an asshole to everyone and still have this job than be a depressed mess inside my house and people go, oh, that Jason kid, he was kind of nice.
I don't know. He's all fucked up. You know, young kid riding the subways, getting mugged by a bunch of big, nasty-looking thieves. Who would it?
Isn't there an adjective you want to add to that? It sounds like
bunch of big, scary, nasty-looking thieves. I mean, I wouldn't sleep at night. I would have the shivers. Riding those fucking subways, it's like being in Vietnam, except there's no soldiers. It's all fucking guerrillas and shit. You know, just going at you, and prodding at you, punching you around, smacking you. Poor fucking guy. He's all messed up. He's suffering from shock. Something, the system's got to change. Now look at him. He can't watch his TiVo. He can't go on Facebook and email married chicks, and you know, he can't do his dabba raps and everything else. He's all fucked up.
I don't know. I think it's just like, you know, I don't know what the root cause is. It's
well, they seem to think it's like his schedule.
That might the lack of not sleep. Whenever you sleep, if you're not getting enough sleep, that definitely makes you mental. So that could be part of it, but I don't know. It's interesting. He feels nervous on the subway, but he feels so nervous away from home, even more so, because he'll take the subway to get back home. So I don't know. I'm going to go give him a hug when I see him.
I feel for him. I really do. I think he's not getting a lot of sleep. He's a little bit sick, but this paranoia that's going on in his head, he's really, really paranoid lately. And I can understand getting mugged on the subway, you know, being a little afraid, also the hours that he goes, but that happened a long time ago. So I don't know what's there. You know, maybe, I don't know, his fantasy football team hasn't been doing too well, or I don't know. I just hope he's all right. And I said I'll take him to my doctor if he wants to go, but who knows if he'll take me up on that.
Now, he was kind of saying his hours are crazy. That might have something to do with it. What do you think triggered it? Because, you know, he was sick at first, and then he got, you know, anxiety.
I think he was legitimately sick, and then he wasn't 100% better, but I think he was sick but didn't know what was wrong with him, and when he was looking to have somebody diagnose him, he didn't know where to go because he doesn't have a doctor or whatever else. And so, you know, his buddy gives him a Xanax, and then he's taking Zoloft, and I don't know what he's thinking, you know, medication-wise. But JD's got to find out what's wrong with him first and then fix the problem. But we all know that's a major league.
JD is a fucked up guy. I don't know what's going on with him. As a kid, he shouldn't have these issues. Anxiety, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I tell you what, he needs to get laid. That helps everything. That's my answer.
Now, he was saying, like, his hours are really crazy here. Do you think that might be causing it?
Well, the hours are a little screwy, but, you know, the guy doesn't sleep. He, you know, who knows? He gets up at 5 in the morning and... He gets up at, like, 10 at night, and he comes to work, and then he goes home at, like, noon.
Now, he said he was going to maybe try to have your hours. Do you think that would help him?
No. They're just as screwy as anybody else's hours around here. But not according to what Howard said, because if he's got to watch the shows at night, when's he going to sleep? You know, if you got to stay up and watch them, that's stupid. You got to be able to sleep from like 8 p.m. to like 3 in the morning to have my hours. So he can't sleep during those hours, so that'll really get him fucked up. I think he's better off staying and doing what he's been doing.
He's probably a homo or something. He doesn't want to come out of the closet at this point. He clearly, you know, has some issue with girls. He doesn't like them. He spends no time with them. So it's just difficult for him to, maybe he's getting one of those high-pitched mic tattoos where the day he plans to come out, and he'll come in here and make a big, you know, announcement that none of us can understand because he mumbles everything.
Are you worried?
About him being gay? Yeah, Christ, that'd be awful. I can't think of anything worse.
So, you know, Richard, who barely understands anything about modern culture because he grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
He's
they don't
like,
see doctors and dentists.
No. Richard came to New York and goes, dentist? My dad says not to trust them.
Well, Howard, he came to me and he goes, I got this thing. I'm going to go see my doctor, but I can't get an appointment. I go, why don't you go see a podiatrist? And he looked at me like I was crazy. I go, you know, a foot doctor. I go, you have foot problems. Why don't you go to a specialist? And he's like, that's a great idea.
It's like
Eureka.
It's like, you know, when early man saw the wheel?
Right. Or
went,
fire.
Like Richard's like you just introduced him to fire. Like
the greatest thing ever.
You mean there's a doctor that will look at your feet? You know, it's like, what? I don't understand. So Gary sends Richard over to the podiatrist. And the podiatrist says to him, look, you got to stop drinking for the weekend.
Just for the weekend?
Well,
He knew it wasn't possible for him not to drink forever.
This weekend, don't drink.
Yeah.
So Richard's walking around now. He's like, I did what the doctor said. And not drinking, there's no fun.
Right.
It's not fun. There's no fun.
It's boring. He goes,
it's boring.
Fucking boring.
He goes, the weekend was so boring without drinking. And I'm like, oh, my God, does this guy have a problem?
Well, there was an Onion headline once where a guy who was an alcoholic says, alcoholic who's been on the wagon for a year says, today will be just another boring day.
You're right. That's funny. So the weekend was boring?
Very boring.
Do you have any interests or anything?
Well, yeah, no, I still did stuff. I played guitar, wrote some music, just did things, but drinking just makes everything so much better.
Yeah.
Life isn't good enough. He has to make it better.
So you didn't have any drinks?
None at all.
But your girlfriend drank? In front of you.
At brunch, yeah, it was tough.
Does she love you or does she have a problem?
No, it was fun. She had like one or two mimosas, but just
she doesn't have gout. Why should she have to?
No.
Stop
But
drinking?
sometimes you don't. He's going through a tough time. You say, hey, maybe for the weekend I won't drink.
Look, if I had to have brunch with Richard, I'd be drinking.
Right.
Well, that's you, Robin. But no, I would never.
It's her too.
I would never expect her not to.
Yeah, that's right. So it was difficult for you to watch her sit and drink.
It wasn't difficult. It was just like, wow, I wish I could have one of those.
So
because while she had 2 mimosas, he would have had 2 bottles of mimosas.
If my feet were doing what your feet are doing, I'd never drink again. I bet they're drinking over. Drinking over.
Well, it was food that caused it, too.
It's the beer, too. He's
Rich food out.
ignoring that.
Hey, Richard, did she tell you things not to eat? Because I heard you just had a giant bowl of chili for breakfast.
Yeah, I did. But it's Lisa made the chili. It's healthy.
How do you
we know that?
She said.
I made it with very lean ground beef, and there's nothing else in it, just vegetables.
Is it organic?
No.
Yeah, so.
Why don't
He
you just
needs
eat
all the healthiest stuff.
Why don't you just eat like a plain something what is it with you?
I usually get an egg white, but Lisa's a great cook.
Aren't you afraid of I'd be in fear.
I would be so afraid that anything might blow up my foot that I'd be adding food back in very simply, one thing at a time.
That's how I would do it.
To make sure it wasn't going to happen.
Well, I have been careful. I've been trying to eat a little. I had a turkey burger for brunch yesterday.
Yeah.
So let's give you a medal.
Yeah. It's baby steps,
baby steps for baby feet.
Yeah.
So
how
now
big was that turkey burger? Probably half a pound.
It was covered in mayo.
How soon can you go back to drinking?
I'm going to find out from the foot doctor, but hopefully very soon.
So
but I don't, I've been good too. I don't drink during the week either, so I'll at least wait till the weekend.
Now, what if the foot doctor says to you, look, Richard, I suggest you do not drink for the next year?
Howard?
And then I'll tell her, I think we have to amputate the foot.
Howard?
Yeah.
Every website that I go on, and Richard, listen closely, every website that I go on that deals with gout, the first thing they mention is excessive consumption of alcohol as like the #1 factor.
Yeah, not food.
And what is excessive by their definition?
Richard, they have Richard's picture next to that.
They always say, you know how they say if you have more than 2 drinks, it's excessive.
But dude, you go on trains and suck down cases of champagne.
Yeah, it's true.
I know, and I'm the first to admit I do that. It's fun. Drinking is fun.
Didn't you drink out a restaurant one night?
But can't you just
an
have
airplane? I did one
time. Can't you just have 2 drinks? It always you have to be obliterated.
Once in a while, I'll have 2 drinks. Yeah, if it's during the week or something.
Howard, remember that time we talked to you about your mimosas at that brunch? How much do you drink?
Oh, I can drink. I could probably drink 100 mimosas.
Yeah, see?
Right. 100.
And that wouldn't be enough.
They're in little bitty glasses, though.
Yeah.
And then he said he started getting them to pour them into big glasses because they were having to refill the champagne flute too often.
They'd have to come every other minute with those little champagne glasses, so they started putting them in beer mugs for them.
Right. Mimosas in a beer mug.
Yeah.
Why don't they just bring over a trough?
Oh, sometimes they'd bring a pitcher over, too.
But I'm talking about severe drinking. I'm talking about like in your lifetime, you've been wheeled off a plane in a wheelchair because you've been incapable of walking.
But that was going to Bubba's wedding. That was a fun event. I was excited.
And so if it was a fun event, maybe you could have lightened up on the drinking. In other words, you were about to have fun. We were going to Bubba's wedding to drink.
I just started my fun a little earlier than everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm sorry. You have fun when you drink.
I have fun, but I have 2 drinks and I have fun.
No, you talk about getting bombed on the weekend.
2 drinks.
And 2 drinks will do that to him because he hasn't built up such a tolerance.
I was hungover this weekend. I mean, I had I might have had like 3 or 4 glasses of wine Saturday night because we were at a party.
And you got drunk at your size. You were able to get buzzed off.
I was buzzed off too. I really shouldn't have.
What are you talking about? His size?
He's a tall guy.
Yeah, but I weigh 100 pounds. I'm like Ichabod Crane.
Oh, it doesn't go by height?
Yeah. I mean, my feet ain't blowing up, that's for sure.
But he's also on medication for high blood pressure and cholesterol.
You are?
Are you serious?
Oh, I
At
didn't
your
know
age?
that.
Yeah.
How old are you?
35.
Good Lord. Aren't you do you want to live, or like are you just like, I
No,
don't
I
care?
want to. That's why I'm on the. If I didn't want to live, I'd stop taking my medication.
But the medication is going to kill your liver.
Yeah, the medication could be stopped if you just ate well and drank and didn't drink so much.
Not cholesterol's usually
no,
a family
can be fought. Cholesterol can be lowered naturally.
That is such a myth. It's not true, Richard.
But my cholesterol's good now. They're weaning me off the medication. The
It'll
cholesterol.
go right back up because you're not eating well.
I'm eating pretty well. But, I mean, besides the chili this morning and stuff.
It's just worthless to talk to.
True or false? You tip flight attendants to keep bringing you booze.
Yeah.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much you give them?
Usually $5 to start out.
That's all it takes?
And what do you say?
Well, they don't. They try to refuse tips. They're not supposed to take it usually, but I'm like, no, take it.
You give them $5, and that ensures what? That they'll constantly keep the alcohol. Like, in other words, you never have to wait for a drink.
Well, not that. It just makes them feel better about serving me so much alcohol, I think.
Right.
They're like, oh, this guy's nice. We'll give him a bunch of booze.
Right. And then when they have to wheel you off in a wheelchair, do they get upset with themselves, do you think?
Well, they don't wheel me off. You know, whoever I'm flying with wheels me off.
But they got to call for a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But we're usually, I've never been wheeled off of the plane. I'm usually, walk off the plane and then get wheeled. Yeah.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they just throw them on a luggage cart.
He packed an entire suitcase with champagne and orange juice for a long train ride.
I know.
You know.
That's what you call a person who has a problem.
Richard, so congratulations, man. You made it through the weekend without drinking any alcohol.
I did.
How do you feel?
I feel great, but it's boring as hell. I love drinking, and this just proves that, for me, drinking makes everything fun.
So how long is this going to last?
Oh, hopefully not more than another day or so. I'm ready for a drink. It's the holidays, man. Come on. You can't watch Rudolph and Frosty without a drink.
Now, along with, not drinking, you're supposed to be eating a little better?
Yeah, well, that I do try to do. Like yesterday for brunch, I had a turkey burger with a salad.
But for breakfast this morning, you had chili.
Yeah, but it's Lisa G's healthy chili. So
you sure it's healthy?
She said it is. I mean, and she eats it, and look at how thin she is. So I trust Lisa. If Jason brought in chili, I wouldn't eat it because I wouldn't think that it's very healthy. But Lisa brought it in, so I trust her. And, for lunch, Sal and I, every day we go to Hale and Hearty. We either go to Hale and Hearty or we split a foot-long sub from Subway. So I'm very mindful of what I eat. And then at night I eat a lean pocket, and that's it. And I never eat after 5 o'clock. So I'm doing pretty good. And I've been eating like that for a long time. It's just on the weekend and on Thanksgiving I went crazy, so I need to be a little careful on the Christmas weekend.
Yeah, Christmas is coming up pretty soon, and there's going to be a bunch of holiday parties.
Yeah, and I'll just have to watch what I eat. You're
going to control yourself during those
the
parties?
Control the eating, the drinking, I'll probably still go nuts, but, at least now I have a heat pad for my foot, and I know to drink a lot of cherry juice and different, juices to kind of keep the blood flowing through the toe.
And what happens if the gout comes back for Christmas?
Well, I'll go see the foot doctor again and get, more medication or put the heat pad on it. But if even a tinge of it comes back, I'll just stop eating and drinking. But I'm just, hoping for the best. I love to drink. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm not going to say that I don't love it. I freaking love it. It's a blast. I have a lot of 99% of my good memories are from drinking. The fun I had while drinking and hanging with friends, and so You know, there's not a better supporter of.
I saw Richie Wilson's girlfriend out there, Rachel. She does the wrap-up show with John Hine on
the bonus show.
Bonus show. Pretty girl. I walked out in the hall the other day. I go to Richie. Richie's out there with her. He follows her around everywhere. I go.
I know. He stands guard.
Yeah, I go, are you guys a couple? No. She starts welling up with tears. I don't know. He's weird. I go, what is going on with you two? Oh, it's hysterical. When you ask them about it,
they go crazy?
I think Richie's fucking nuts. I don't think he'd ever do better than her. I think they're broken up. I don't know. Are you guys broken up?
Oh, God.
You're in love with him, aren't you? With Richie Wilson. Richie's our, what is Richie's title?
Isn't
Producer?
he a cameraman?
What's his title,
What is
Rachel?
his title?
Senior content producer.
What is he?
Is he a supervising producer?
I'm asking Rachel, Gary.
I think he's senior content producer, I think.
Senior
Am I saying that
content
correctly?
producer.
I didn't even know I had one of those.
Come
What
correct
kind
me
of
if I'm wrong.
content?
Senior content. We don't have many seniors.
We only got juniors.
Well, we got Ronnie. He's a senior.
Oh, that's true. Must be in charge of Ronnie.
Ronnie's birthday.
It is his birthday.
What the birthday boy's doing? He's probably going to a strip club tonight.
Well, of course.
Right. Probably going to
What
Rick's.
else would Ricky Man do?
Ricky's man. God, you're so beautiful. What's his problem?
Thanks.
He doesn't want you, huh?
It's been a roller coaster since we were in here last time. Everyone asked me if we see him on the street.
Here he is.
I'm glad he came in.
Somehow they found my last conversation therapeutic.
Really?
He stood in the hallway and kind of counseled us. It was kind of a nice moment, Howard. I appreciated it.
You did some personal counseling?
Yeah, I do personal
Off the
counseling.
air.
He did.
On the side.
Wow.
Yeah, when I see people in trouble, you know how I'm the first one to help. I just think Rachel's a piece of ass. I wanted to hear from her.
Of course.
I'm just going to think about when she starts fucking other guys and Richie's sitting there going, shit.
You'll have to counsel him.
What's wrong with you, man? Why don't you want her?
Dude, things have changed. A lot of things have changed.
Does she know that?
What has changed?
Yeah. I mean, I told you I started doing therapy.
Yeah. How many times a week again? One?
I go 1 day a week.
That ain't shit.
Well, you go 5. That's
go 3.
3's fucked up.
Well, I'm fucked
There
up.
you go, yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. I do cognitive behavior therapy, which I'm always down on myself and have a lot of issues putting myself down. So I'm learning how to like myself more.
But she loves you.
I know.
Well, wait a minute. Let him finish his sentence. I want to see what
know,
this cognitive therapy is doing for
My
you.
therapy means I interrupt.
It's hard. It's hard to let somebody love you, or if you don't love yourself. So I'm learning to like and love myself better. So we're getting along a lot better now.
Are you not attracted to her?
Oh yeah, I am. More than ever. And she sees it now. She sees a big change in me.
You do, Rachel?
I do see changes in him. I want to make sure that they stick.
So you're waiting to see if this is like a permanent.
Okay, so remember.
What's going on?
Here's the deal. Remember the last time we were on the show, we had just broken up because he didn't want to do the girlfriend-boyfriend thing.
Right.
He said, if you give me one more chance, let your guard down one more time, I would take you to Vegas and marry you tomorrow, which
Okay.
I'm not even looking for. I wanted I just want the girlfriend-boyfriend title if we're being together for 2 years.
And have a normal relationship.
Normal relationship, right. So
Yeah, nothing has to be that big a deal.
not that big of a
Right.
deal.
He's
So-
like in Ghost. I can't say I love you.
Right. So go ahead.
So
finish.
we have this, great talk on the show on the air. He says all these amazing things. So I say, all right, I'm going to give him one more chance. He put it out there. We'll give it a shot. So we get back together. Like 2-3 weeks later, we're laying in bed and I say, so we're not seeing other people, right? We should probably talk about that. And he kind of gets defensive and says, I know we need to have a conversation about that. We'll talk about it later.
Right.
So after all the marriage proclamation and all this stuff, he was still on the fence about what he wanted. So I didn't bring it up for a couple months because I'm not going to be the girl who nags him. If he wants it, he
Right.
wants it.
Yeah, cool.
And so he says, we're I ask him again, are we getting back together? Are we seeing other people? And he says, who else am I going to see? I'm with you all the time. You don't have to worry about it. But doesn't really put it on lock.
Right. He doesn't say that's
Yes,
kind of
we're
a
exclusive.
Richie. That's
Right.
kind of a
He
shitty
doesn't
answer.
say
It was.
Right. You
It
don't
doesn't.
say, you know what? You're the one for me. I want to be with you exclusively.
It's like dangling.
You're
like a
you're
treat.
like,
Yeah, it
hey,
was.
you're afraid to get close, huh?
No. I'm good, dude. I've changed a total 180, and
No, but you're
I'm
afraid to
loving
get
it.
close.
No, I'm not.
He's doing much better. This is going through what we went through this summer. We had the roller coaster summer.
But
So
why
right
else
now
would
we're
you
better.
say to her, gee, who else am I going to see? Instead
You're
of
right.
saying
It's a cop-out answer.
it's a
It
cop-out answer because you're
was.
afraid to get
I
close.
I totally admit to that.
So when he said that to you, what did that do to your insides?
You know, I felt like shit, but at the same time,
And
I
you
thought,
just fucked him too, right? You're laying in bed.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. That's good.
So I'm feeling bad, but
you
but
for
I'm
that.
taking. I'm sorry, but I'm feeling no.
You just had him inside of your body, and he
But I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know if you're the one.
But I still, I'm still believing that he has feelings and he feels strongly. So we're spending all of our time together. We're together all the time. We're going out to brunch one day with Ronnie. Can I tell this story? Are you okay with this?
If you want, or I'll put it out there because part of therapy is putting shit out there, so I have no problem with it. So we're about to go to brunch with Ronnie, and she goes to use my computer for a second, and she sees an email that I was sending to some other chick to go hang out
Look
with.
at you with a big smile on your face.
No, dude, because what can
Player.
you do? Listen,
Where'd you meet this chick?
I got totally busted. I was getting set up with this chick. I got totally busted, and
wow,
it sucked.
You went on his email.
I was using his. He sent me. I didn't like snoop on his computer.
Smart,
He
he
was jumping in
sends
the
you on
shower.
there.
He puts me on the email, gets me set up. I'm writing an email. I'm doing my thing.
He wanted you to know.
No. Actually, she wasn't even gonna be in my apartment for more than 2 seconds. It was just like, hey, can I pop on the computer for a second?
I was sending out fashion.
And listen.
And you read the email from the girl setting it up? What was it?
No,
what
it was
was
from me writing
From
to the
him to the
girl,
girl.
just saying.
What was he saying? I can't wait to see
like,
you.
let's hang out and shit. Like,
wow.
Fucking killed me. I mean, to be honest
Oh
with you,
yeah.
like,
I mean, after you finally
Yeah.
trusted him again.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
cow, are you
and
a
I
player?
just sat there staring at it, like crying. And he's like, "It's not what you think. It's not what you think."
Yes, it is.
It's what she thinks.
Of course, it's what I think. I'm not
He's
stupid.
trying to. He's being a guy.
He's doing the deny no matter what.
He tried the deny.
Exactly. I mean, it was fight or flight at that second. So I was like, no. When it was yes.
Dude, listen to me. You got to set her free.
No, I can't.
Look at me. Look at
I
me.
can't.
I'm
Can't do it.
gonna
Not gonna
talk turkey
happen.
to
Not
you
gonna
right now.
happen.
Now I'm doing therapy for free.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Set her free. It's never gonna work.
It is.
No, it's
working
not.
good, man. It's working good.
Have you two had sex since you saw the email?
I won't answer that. I'm not gonna.
I'm
I mean,
asking Rachel.
Yeah, well, here's what happened. So we saw you in the hall that day, and you kind of did the relationship counseling stuff with us, and
Right.
and you said to me, "Don't you love him anymore?" And it kind of just shook me up a little bit, and I do. God, I hate that I do, but I do.
Right.
That night, I had a little family crisis, and in an emergency, he's still the person I always call because
Right.
he's been there for 2 years. He came over and for the next 4 days helped me through a really rough time, sleeping on the couch, nothing going on. And I missed him. I missed the hell out of him, and I missed having him around, and it was
Well, he must
awesome.
fuck like an animal.
I have zero complaints in that department.
You keep going, but even though you know he's bad for you,
yeah.
you keep going. Boy, you
So,
must have
well-
some big cock. Is he big?
He's good.
Best cock in stock.
Yeah.
No kidding. I never thought of you like this.
Neither did I.
You're like Charlie Sheen or something. Look at you.
Give me a little crack in a hotel room, and I'm good.
She can't stay away from you.
What
No-
I told him is,
You
we
like
can
bad
date.
boys.
You know what? I don't. I mean, there's so much that's good about. He's the best guy I've dated.
He is a good
Hands
guy.
down. He
One
is.
thing about Richie, he's a good guy,
He is a good guy.
but I ain't dating him.
Well, what I told him is, I'll date him, but I need to. I can't let this rug get pulled out from under me again. I can't go through it. So I said, we can
Let her
date,
go.
but I need to date other people. Like I need to be out dating. I can't be in this.
So are you dating?
I'm dating other people. I'm dating him, but I'm also out there dating. So
And you're letting her, you're able to deal with this?
We're dating, and so I could date too.
Right.
We're dating. It's just like it's like we're starting over fresh. Like
Yep.
when we first met,
So
we're
you're still-
dating.
so you're fucking him, but you're fucking other guys too.
I haven't slept with anybody
Boy,
else.
that's hard. That would be hard for me to deal with.
But we're dating. We're dating.
wanna
Let
give
me
him
tell you,
time to
you know what's
prove
gonna
that he
happen?
can make changes.
She's going to go out and start dating.
She's gonna find
She's
somebody.
going to meet a great guy, and just going to fuck your head up.
If she's happy, then that's fine with me. It'll hurt, but then I have to see the good in it. If she's happy, then I'm happy with it. I have to see the
Look at the
positive
body
in it.
on her.
I know.
Are you going to do better than that?
Not
Look
really.
at that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm thinking terrible thoughts.
Thank you.
Thank you for your terrible thoughts.
So if you decide you want to fuck another guy, that's it. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what? It gives him an opportunity. I see major changes happening in him. The truth is, I do.
Are you
see
really
changes.
dating, or are you just telling him that to make him jealous?
I will date if I meet somebody that I want to go on a date with. I haven't
Right.
met anybody that I want to go on a date with. So,
Right.
but I would. But it gives
He
him
ain't
time.
going to deal well with that.
He needs to. If
Listen,
he can show
as
me,
long
maybe
as we're-
That's just what he needs.
As long as
I
we're
think so,
just dating, that's I have to accept that. I have no choice in it. And same way she'd have
Let
to
her
accept
go.
as if I'm dating.
If you're really that into her,
Dude, I love her so much.
you want to fuck his head up? Date Benji.
Oh God.
I want you- Date Benji.
I'm not going to date anybody at the show.
Date Benji. You want to see him get married to you?
He's the guy.
Oh no, here he comes.
Ronnie wants to date you.
Ronnie wants to date you. He told me he's willing to date you. We've already discussed
Ronnie
it. If I
will
was
do
single,
it.
I'd date you.
During the
I don't
breakup,
give a fuck.
Ronnie helped out so much.
Ronnie was like our he was like our personal counselor.
Meanwhile, Ronnie has such dirty thoughts about Rachel.
Oh, I believe it.
Go ahead.
She's not going to date anybody.
He lost his voice.
Yeah, but she's not.
What happened to him?
Why? Because she's in love with him?
Yeah, she's full of shit.
Why am I full of shit?
You're not going to date anybody else.
I will go on a date.
You're
if
so
I found
full
somebody
of
else,
shit,
I would
Rach.
totally go on a date.
With who? With who?
I haven't
Who
met
you going
anybody.
with?
I haven't met anybody.
Yeah.
But
What's
I
wrong
would.
with you, man?
What, was he partying?
What's with your voice?
I don't know. I was
Age-
fine
age
yesterday.
is
your birthday thing?
I was fine yesterday.
How old are you now? You
Why do you got? What the fuck, man? We're talking about them.
All right.
Yeah, what age does your voice go?
Hey, Howard, does Richie, do you really want to date other girls, or do you just sometimes want to fuck other girls?
I don't want to be with anybody. I just want to be with Rachel. Like
what?
But I know.
So why are you dating other girls?
No. If we're at the level now, we're just dating. So the option's there. If she's going to date, I have to be able to say I'm going to date too, because I don't want to just sit home and do nothing while she's out dating.
Do you understand
Until we're
this
ready
at
to
all?
make the commitment together.
Who are you dating, Rachel? I want to know.
I haven't been on a date yet.
Who asked? Did anybody ask you out?
No one has asked me out.
Benji.
Benji, go out with her.
Do it.
You know, I would do it,
Sure.
but I don't want Richie to kill me.
Never.
Oh, he says he doesn't care. How could he not care?
Never.
What about?
I would take her on a date.
What
If I was single, I'd go out with her.
I think she's beautiful.
I'd take her out
she's
tonight.
she's
What
smart.
about Steve Brandano? He wants to take her out.
I wouldn't date
Yeah.
anybody here at work.
Wanna date
I
David
wouldn't do that to
Arquette?
him. David can call me.
He can call you.
I don't know, David.
David the intern, if you're listening, give me a call.
Oh, he is.
Ralph, go
He
ahead.
is listening.
Hey now.
Hey, now.
Ralph will date her?
Oh, Ralph's a real heel. He'll date anybody.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take a shot.
Right.
Listen, Richie's a nice guy. I like Richie. I've known him for years. But Rachel, what's wrong with you that you're putting up with all this? I mean, what bad image?
Yeah, what
do
is
you have
wrong
of
with you?
yourself?
You know what? Yeah, you're right, and I feel like an asshole. Like it's a terrible feeling to.
You should be in therapy.
Maybe. I mean,
Oh, you're not in therapy.
I'm
Only
not.
Richie's
I'm
in
not.
therapy?
I'm a pretty balanced, happy person. It's not something that I haven't been through this before. I've been the friend who people talk to when they're going back and forth with their boyfriends, and I tell them to get a life and get over it. So I feel embarrassed to be in the situation.
Is he your first real boyfriend?
He's the best boyfriend I've ever had. He's not my
Right.
first boyfriend, but he's my best boyfriend.
And she sings like
Wow,
an angel,
that's the
too.
best.
Thank you. Did you hear the new song we did?
I heard your new song, yes.
Every night when I lay down and close my eyes, these men of the Stern Show I fantasize. All their beautiful faces dance through my dreams. Sexy men of the Stern Show team. I'm dreaming of beat-making love dwarfy style. That little purple hammer would make me smile.
Sexy man. Sexy man.
Techno Beaver's the sexiest rodent on the show. He's annoying, had me at hello, hello.
Sexy man. Singing sexy man.
Ronnie the Ricky Man's undeniably hot. If I took up pole dancing, I might have a shot. Who knows? If he'd stop with the politics to pace, I would bang. But he likes transvestites from Lucky Chang.
Scott likes sexy men.
Feeling so cute, it's too bad I'm not black. Can I call you Steve the intern in the sack?
Sexy men. Rachel likes sexy men.
Each week to my left, John Hines, so much fun. And who knows, someday I might be 81.
Sexy man. Sexy man.
Cross my heart, I cross dreams with Richard and Sal. Richie Wilson, well, he's got great taste, pal. Doug and Ganji are busy with Miss HTV. Will and JD in love with each other never notice me.
Not sexy.
I got hope. Fred met Allison right here on this show. Gary the retard, send me to the moon, nice and slow.
Dexy man.
Oh no.
Gary's a Dexy man.
Tim Sabian, you've been looking real dapper. Jason, bring your magnums. Benja Cookie Red.
sexy man. Howard is one damn sexy man.
Every night when I lay down and close my eyes, these men of the Stern Show I fantasize. All their beautiful faces dance through my dreams. Sexy men of the Stern Show.
She sings like an angel. I don't know. I don't get it. Talented girl. She does, I see on her Facebook, she has photos of herself. Artsy photos. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
You know, this is a rule to everybody in the audience. The guys can learn from this. Like, hot chicks are always damaged. You know, like, she's putting up with this. Like,
I'm not damaged, Ralph. I'm not damaged. I see something really beautiful in Richie. Honest to God, and it's funny, but he has a huge heart. He treats me like gold.
I thought she was going to say something else.
We established that earlier. And I want to see him make changes. And I see changes at therapy happening.
So he made changes. And so what does that mean now? I don't even know what the fuck you two are doing.
He's communicating better. He's telling me his feelings. I
heard you're crying now. Is that true?
Dude, I was a wreck for a month. With that day in the hallway, if you would have stayed for 2 more seconds, I would have broke down.
I know. I saw. That's why I left the therapy session. I got uncomfortable.
I saw the look in
I said, this fucking guy's going to start crying. I'm going to punch him in the head.
You had to get out of there.
I said, I'm getting out of here. I thought this guy was tough.
Wow, Mr. Karate over there.
He was misting up, and I went, maybe I'm messing with things I don't even know what I'm messing with.
Yeah, you're not ready to really be a
I was an emotional wreck.
Yeah, I got really upset.
What were you telling him? Tell him now. I want to see him cry.
I know. I just said to him, I go, is a woman ever going to love you this much? You know, I said, why? Set her free if you love. And he goes, I know. And he starts welling up, and I go, am I in the hall? Aren't I supposed to be sleeping back in my office? I can't handle this. I'm taking away precious sleep time. Why am I getting involved in this? I just saw her. She looked sexy. I wanted to hear what was going on.
Right.
You got involved, and you're like, what the fuck?
I just wanted to hear dirty stories.
How do I get out of it?
I thought it was sweet. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah. It's only because you're hot.
Am I done?
You done? Go.
No, I'm not done.
You want to say something, Ronnie? Because it's annoying the way you're talking.
All right, I won't say anything.
He's always sick.
I'm always sick.
You get sick a
I'm
lot.
never fucking sick. What are you talking about?
Did you go to a bar or something and start yelling and
Go
screaming?
anywhere. What are you talking about? I went to sleep.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Nothing. Staying home.
Stay home and sleep.
I am.
You got any plans, Riggs, or anything?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing. Nothing.
Well, you
That's
changed
unusual.
too.
No party.
What's going on?
No parties.
Why is that?
Because you get to a certain age, and birthdays are for little kids. At some point, it ain't fun.
But he's been celebrating for so long.
Yeah. He celebrated enough birthdays.
Fuck that shit.
Right.
I guess when you get to your 80th, things change.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens, Ralph.
All right. Thank you, Ronnie.
All right, man.
All right, well,
thanks, Ronnie.
But Rachel, if you're going to date. Don't say you're going to date.
If I met somebody, when David called,
that's a bullshit answer.
You can't meet anybody the way you look? Come on.
You know what? I work all the time. I don't want to date somebody I work with. I got to find some opportunities.
Where do you work beside here?
I do tons of red carpet stuff,
you do?
music stuff. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. And you're just going to let her go out there and meet guys?
If I say no and throw like a hissy fit, that's the worst thing to do.
Well, why don't you say, listen, you're fucking her and she's fucking you. Here's what I don't understand. Not that you don't have to get married, but while you're fucking, at least to me, it's kind of gross.
Dude, I don't want to put my dick in someone else if it's.
So then why don't you just be exclusive with her?
Because
and then if you feel like backing out, back out, both of you. I don't get the complication here.
I'm up for being exclusive, but I think we're going maybe a little too fast. So when she's ready,
For who?
When she's ready, she'll let me know to be exclusive.
Wait a
When
second,
she's ready.
Rachel, are you ready to be exclusive with him?
Not this second, and I'll tell you why. I want the changes. I want the stuff that he's doing to stick. Every time he's lost me and tried to get me back, he is 110% in. He's fantastic. He's doing everything. There's flowers, there's jewelry, there's everything to woo me in every way. But it wears off, and it wears off in a month. And I want to say, here's a few months. Date me. Let's see if this sticks. Let's see if you can, if the changes and the things that you're learning.
Now I get it
and
a
then
little more.
If you're still the same person that I'm seeing right now, then it's on, because he's been fantastic the last month.
Yeah, I know JD really wants to date you, but
He does.
Yeah, he's very hung up on you.
Really?
Richie, you care if JD takes her up?
Nobody.
That'd be funny as hell. I like to tag along on that date.
I love you.
He'll go with the camera.
Well, the song I wrote was "Every Man That I Was in Love With" on the Stern Show. So
Yeah.
yeah, they all got shout outs.
All right.
JD
Well,
got a shout out.
I get it now.
Yeah. So
he's being a douchebag, and you're saying, okay, keep it up for a couple of months, then maybe we'll be exclusive.
Prove yourself.
And
That's
then,
where I'm at.
and once we go exclusive, if you start being a douchebag again,
out.
Then out.
yeah.
Out, and I totally accept that.
I'm
I will
out for
go.
life.
Oh,
if it
I
happens
get it.
again.
Go.
So you're trying to win her back.
Yes.
I don't,
So you're not going to fuck other
Dude,
girls.
I'm working my ass off, man, for
He
this.
is.
Not just for her, it's for myself.
Why do you think
he's going to cry again? Look at him.
Why did you
Fucking
think you?
cry.
Why did you set up this date with the other girl?
Because, all right, long story short, I have some major trust issues. Ronnie knows, like, some girls fucked me over really, really bad.
Okay.
Really bad.
Right.
And so there was one night I was trying to, like, find out what Rachel was up to, and she was being very, very vague. So I saw her going down that road where I was getting burned again.
Right.
So I did a preemptive strike.
I was on my.
So I didn't want to get fucked
You
over.
were afraid
again.
she was going to. What were you doing to
Yeah.
make him jealous?
Nothing. I had 6 meetings that day. We taped bonus show in the morning. I'd been here since like 6 a.m.
He
I had
starts imagining you
meetings
with other
agents.
guys.
I was doing all this stuff, and I was texting him as I'm running from meeting to meeting, and I didn't respond fast enough to whatever question he was
But
asking.
there was
I did
one thing, like
nothing.
she
I've
had
never-
like 6, 7 meetings, and then I'm going to a bar on the Lower East Side. I was like, well, what's at the bar? She answered every other question except the bar one, and then a
Right.
few more questions, answered everything else but the bar one again.
All right.
So
I
I
learned
was like,
something about women.
so I was like, oh shit, here we go down that road again.
I'm going to share you something with you. If you're ever going to be a man, and I don't mean karate man, I mean a man in a mature relationship, a grown-up relationship, you got to let go of this notion that a woman is there for you all the time. There are days she's not going to be there for you. There are days you're going to have to be on your own and be ignored, and that she's going to want to have a life without you as well.
Like, when did you realize this? When Beth started going, like,
Beth goes out.
not before,
sometimes,
not
some
in the
nights,
old marriage. With Beth, you learned this more.
I learned
right?
it with Beth. I learned it in therapy. I get really upset. There's a part of me that wants some time to myself, and then I get upset when she's not there. Like, how could she want to be doing anything? What's more interesting than me? What's better than me? What? You know what? There are times that you're just not included, and you got to learn to accept it. As little boys, we want to be in our mother's good graces every minute. We want to be the center of attention. If you're going to be in a relationship with her, you got to let. There are times she's going to want to be with her girlfriends. There are going to be times she wants to go out and look hot and let guys look at her. But she's your woman. She's not going to go fuck you over. And if she does, so then you'll deal with it.
Then deal with it then.
I've
That's
never
right.
cheated on anyone in my entire life. I never would.
But you've got to let her be free too. She's got to. You can't make her a geisha girl that's there for you every fucking minute to have sex.
And she's
with you
got to
and
be
then-
answering
Yeah.
texts in a
No,
timely
she
fashion.
she has all the freedom in the world to do whatever she wants.
Yeah, but you get insanely jealous, and
But-
you think
well,
you're getting fucked
it
over,
was
and you
just
think
that
she's
one
flirting
night.
with guys.
She answered like 6 questions for everything else all night long, except the bar one. She kept evading. So
Because she knows. You want to know why?
She missed it.
She knows. No, she didn't miss it. She knows you can't deal with it, and she doesn't know
Oh,
what
you
to
think
do.
she was working on him?
Yeah, no, she knows that she's going to answer that, and there's not a right answer, and he's going to get fucking crazy. You don't allow her to answer that. If you didn't get so fucking crazy.
But she told him she was going to the bar.
No, he wants more. He wanted constant connection.
I could have just said I was going home if I
Right.
didn't want to tell him about it. You know.
If she
And it made you nuts that
But
she
the
went to
point-
the bar. But there's going to be times
What's
that she's
at the
going to go off
bar?
on her own. You got to let her.
Drinks?
You got to let her go off on her own. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. I don't have it all together.
That's why I'm in therapy.
Right.
And he is making. I do see changes in him. I really, truly do. Like,
So you got so nervous you hooked up with this other chick. Did you fuck this other girl?
No.
Did you ever go out with her?
No, this was like the next day she caught the email. Like the next day or
And
two.
you never bothered to go out with her?
No, shit, no.
I would, but that bothered me. It bothered me too because I'd rather have him screw a friend or than be looking to meet a stranger. Someone setting him up with.
He gets scared that you're going to abandon him. In other words, he's going to put everything into you, his heart and soul, and you're going to fuck him over.
That's what it was. I thought I was getting burned again. When I put my heart into other girls, I got burned. So I saw her going down that road, and I just made a dumb preemptive strike that bit me in the ass.
Right. But you got to grow up. He's right. He's got some growing up to do.
Yeah, but I do think
doing it,
he's
growing
doing
up.
it. I'm proud of him. I mean, he's making some major changes. I pray to God it sticks. I really do, really truly do.
It's going to be a constant struggle. Even if you two get married and you swear exclusivity to each other, it's a constant struggle.
Yeah.
You know, you can get real jealous, and you can, but you got to let the other person do their thing.
And the end result is worth it because she's awesome.
Goddamn
Worth
right.
it.
Look at that dress.
Yeah.
Look at that body.
Look at those boobs.
Oh, there's Ronnie.
Ronnie's still here.
I'm still here, brother.
Yeah, we talked about her quite a bit, Ronnie and I.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say?
We do a lot of shit.
A lot
to
of
you.
talking, man.
I want to hear about
You're
that.
definitely built for.
We do a lot of talking.
You're a woman.
Thank you.
You're a worthwhile woman.
Thank you.
Like my Robin, you have real breasts.
I do.
Yeah.
Real good.
Now, Ronnie, I know is very attracted to you.
He's a sweetheart. He literally texted like every other day, being like, "How are you doing?"
Oh, Ronnie will pay attention to you.
He was-
please.
You want a guy to pay
He
attention?
moved right in. He
texts
moved right
all
in.
attractive women.
You would.
No,
You
no.
pay constant attention.
Dude, I wouldn't do that to Richie.
No,
Never.
no, we know that. But if,
Never.
let's say, Richie wasn't involved, you'd pay a lot of attention to her, right?
If Richie was never involved,
right?
Oh,
even if they broke up, I wouldn't.
Right.
Really?
No way.
I don't know about
Never
that.
say never.
Maybe not.
If Richie died, you can move it.
Sorry to hear Richie fell off a cliff. I'll be by tonight with a bottle of Jack.
More like he got hit by a car, a limo.
Yeah, Ben, go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, good morning. I just wanted to tell Richie that I actually have the same shit with my girlfriend right now. Me and her were dating for the past year and a half, and she just couldn't put up with my shit anymore. You know, I over and over again I said to her, you know, I'll get better. You know, I'm not gonna be upset at you. I'm not gonna, you know, treat you like shit, whatever. And it would be good for a month, and then I'd fuck it up as usual.
Well, there you see, it's very common.
But Ben, did you do anything to try and help yourself, or you just said you were going to stop?
Well, no. What happened was we broke up. She broke up with me this past summer because she couldn't deal with it. And for 2 weeks, you know, I put all my pride on the line and whatever to get her back. And, you know, she took me back. And then whatever, we got into a fight last week over some stupid shit. And,
Hey, Rachel, could you wear underwear with that dress?
I do.
You do? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll be texting you later.
She wears thongs.
How do you know?
I saw her.
How do you see her thong?
She was in my limo, you know, and
Really?
And you
I
can
had
see-
my mirrored
I got
shoes.
a Sharon Stone shot.
You gave her the special mirror,
Wait,
Justin?
when we shot bonus show there, or when we were in it the other night?
Maybe both
Uh-oh,
times.
Richie's getting upset. He doesn't
No,
know about
I knew about it. I'm cool.
You did?
You mean you?
no, not about the. Not about
What do you
the-
mean?
the
Like you were
beaver shot.
driving and you
I
put the
wasn't
mirror?
I wasn't
Oh, you were in the
driving.
back.
We all went
I
to
was
Rick.
in the back.
All right.
That's it. I'm sending a preemptive email.
Yeah. Oh, hey, the Grim Reaper's on the phone. Hi, Grim Reaper.
Hey, I just wanted to say happy birthday to Ronnie.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You enjoy yourself tonight, Ronnie. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Thanks, Richard.
God, thanks.
I got you a birthday present. It's an oak box.
Thanks, Richard.
All right, Grim Reaper.
You're gonna love how
Thanks, Richard.
There's unlimited beard dye in it.
All right, Rick,
Thanks,
go ahead.
Richard.
Rick, you're on the air in Pittsburgh.
Hey, thanks, King. With all this Oprah stuff aside, Rachel, do you like to have your ass spanked?
Are you up for a party, Rachel?
You know, there's not a lot that I wouldn't.
Richie, you would have pulled it together fast. I suggest therapy at least 2 days a week.
I'll
at
do
least.
Hey, Howard, may I say this too?
Yeah.
Rachel, you have to also be willing to accept Richie's limitations. I think that's what I'm.
But she does.
Everybody's a therapist now.
But she can't send him a text every minute to prove that she's not fucking him over. He's got to let go a little bit.
Right, but she also has to trust. And on Richie's end, I would say this to you, and this is advice I've always given to any girl that I've dated. You can fuck anybody that you want to. You can't necessarily come back, but you can fuck anybody that you want
Well,
to.
she knows that.
aside, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. She just, love the girl.
Well, what kind of advice is that? She knows she can go out. It's at the
Boy,
towel.
we like your therapy.
She knows she can go fuck another guy.
Or a girl.
Would you ever bring another girl into the bedroom?
No.
She's a lot of fun at Rick's.
Is she?
Yeah.
Ronnie, do you have somewhere to be?
What's that?
Do you have somewhere to be?
No.
Go to your
You
pine
like
box.
strippers?
I'm right-
Like you like
I'm right
going to
here.
strip clubs?
I do have a good time at strip clubs.
Good time at Rick's.
You let the girls dance for you?
Yes.
You ever touch their boobs?
Yes.
Wow.
Rick's nights are fun.
They didn't used to be for Richie though. He used to get upset.
He
got jealous of the girls?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Dude, you gotta let go. Man, you do need a therapist 2 days a week.
Dude, I'm working on it.
Right.
It's a work in progress.
So she's messing around with the girls and you felt left out. All right, you got to get to the therapist, man. You thought she was going to run off with one of the girls?
No.
Yes, she did.
No, not run off of. But like, it's just weird. Like I see in her mind, she thinks I'm getting off seeing how with the other girls when it doesn't do anything for me.
You should be, you asshole.
But we had one the other night. We had one want to do a threesome with us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You up for that?
She wasn't that hot though. That one.
You better hold on to her.
Told you.
Yeah.
Doing therapy 4 days a week now.
Yeah. Well, seriously, 2 or 3 days a week, you should be in.
Yeah, I'm
Straighten this shit
I'm
out.
also like constantly pouring myself into books on.
Fuck those books.
Just
Just
I'm
go to the
doing everything I can. Doing everything I can.
I do see you're doing a great job. You really
Thank
are.
you.
Like you really are truly like I see significant changes
Thank
in you
you.
that I haven't seen in the last 2 years.
Like the other day, there was something I wanted to tell her, and instead of having an argument, I just sat and I discussed it, and everything worked out great. We had the best night together.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Because it's
See?
I wanted to stick.
I'm just learning how to communicate better.
I really wanted to
And
stick.
it works.
Yeah. All right, good. 'Cause
I'm rooting
we dudes are very bad at this communication stuff.
That's the problem.
I always think I'm a good communicator, but I'm not.
Dude, I'm a dumb guy.
How
To me,
could you
it's-
not be?
it's-
You're
it's
talking
this
all
and
the
this.
time.
Yeah, but evidently I say the wrong thing. Ronnie, listen, you two, thank you. Ronnie.
Thank you.
By the way, Ronnie, you sound even creepier with your new voice. I like it.
Thank you.
Now you
Keep that.
Keep that
I just
voice.
want to give a shout out to my boy Charlie Sheen, and that chick is smoking fucking hot that he was with.
Did you see the anals?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The anal.
I love
Oh,
it,
that.
and I love his show, man. He's awesome.
All right.
He's cool.
There's a guy defending Charlie.
There's the second defense.
I love Charlie.
All right. Thank you, Ron. And thank you, Rachel. And thank you, Richie. Good luck. Keep me posted, all right?
Guys,
Oh, jeez.
is everything better?
How are ya?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm all right.
How you guys feeling now?
You know what? It's good. You are in trouble, Ronnie.
What did I do? Yeah, dude, come here. What do you say about her in the limo?
Yeah, what gets
Come
said
here,
about
man.
me?
Come here. Come here.
Listen, it's like being in Vegas in that car. Whatever we say in that car stays in that car.
So guys, so going on the show like this, why do it?
It's therapy, man. It's just, you know what? I gotta take the medicine for the shit I did to myself and the shit I started. So part of taking my medicine is just being able to put it out there. If I sit and let things fester, it just gets worse. So I gotta be able to be free and just let shit out there. And if one idiot out there, like the guy that calls up, goes to therapy or does something to better his relationship with his girl, then I'm doing something right. If someone
So
else
you
is
feel
better-
this helps?
It helps big time because, you know, a lot of people out listening can understand. You know, usually callers will call up and say, you're a dick, you're this, you're that. We had nothing but decent callers, you know, so people can understand and relate to what's going on.
Now, Rachel, would you say that this is like done, or you think this is a continuing thing?
I think it's a continuing thing. I think, like I said, I've seen a huge, drastic change in him in the last month, and I am literally praying that it sticks. I really am. I really am.
And now, what happens if Richie, all the guys here start asking her out? Like I know, like JD, they said, Brandano. There's a lot of guys here that were like interested.
I know Rachel wouldn't date anybody from the show.
I wouldn't date anybody from the
It would
show.
just be,
I wouldn't do that to him.
It would just be too awkward a situation.
Yeah.
The same way I wouldn't date one of Rachel's friends. You know, it wouldn't work out.
Even Ronnie, Rachel?
Even Ronnie. It's heartbreaking.
Or you.
Look how hot he is over there.
Or you.
I mean, I'm old enough. Ronnie's just way too old for her. I'm old enough.
All right, guys. Good luck.
Good morning. How are you today? I'm tired. It's nighttime somewhere. Your business is setting this world on fire right now. In the last hour, I don't know if you've heard, they've been talking about, you're right this way. Verification and followers and just everything. It's really caused a lot of controversy, but also has created a lot of good conversation.
Yes, that's what we like. We like good conversation. It's not about technology, it's about people. That's what it's fundamentally about.
So what are you looking forward to talking to Howard about today?
That's a good question. I figured Howard will have all the smart questions, and I'll just try to roll with it. You know, I think he's a really smart guy. I think he's a really excellent interviewer. One of my favorite things to do is to just try to get into a good conversation and get great, smart questions and just try to answer them the best I can. But that being said, I would love to talk about you know, the importance of mobile phones around the world and how important that is for so many people, and it's growing really fast. You know, the number of mobile phones far outpaces the number of people who are on the internet itself. You know, just kind of the future plans for Twitter, what we're working on now, maybe a little bit about how we got started, because we kind of have a quirky, interesting history in terms of how things began. A little bit more unusual than your basic startup. Stuff like that, you know. Bunch of different. There's actually just a wide variety of stories that opened our eyes over the years and made us realize that Twitter wasn't just a fun little side project. It could actually be potentially a very important, world-changing service. But it took you know 4 years before it began to really fully realize it.
So it's been an interesting story, to say the least.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for us anyways. I don't know, you know, necessarily if it has been for Howard or not, but we'll see.
Cool. Well, Howard really believes in your creation, so I'm sure this will be interesting.
Cool. Right on.
How did Twitter get to be such a big deal? And
how did he come up with the idea?
And well, he didn't actually. We'll talk to Biz
Let's
Stone.
delve into the whole thing.
Biz Stone is one of the owners of Twitter. There are 3 of them, and there's the guy himself. There's Biz. Nice to meet you, Biz. Young guy. All these billionaire types are young
These
guys.
tech billionaires.
Good to see you. Where did you? Are you like a Zuckerberg? Did you go to college and somehow develop the idea for Twitter and all of that? How did you get involved with Twitter? Because you didn't invent Twitter, did you, Biz?
I did, together with my 2 co-founders, Jack Dorsey and Evan Williams.
My understanding, a limited understanding of Twitter, is that Evan was the creator, and you 2 guys came in later?
No.
No. Okay, so give me the background.
So Evan and I worked together at Google. And Evan Williams and I were both, for now 11 years, been working on developing large-scale systems that allow people to express themselves and communicate. We started with blogging platforms.
Right.
So we both ended up at Google. We were working on Blogger at Google. Have you heard of Blogger?
I haven't heard of it, but I understand what you're saying. In other words, you are a hired hand to sit there and write programming.
Well, not more design product and, you know, upgrade features and stuff like this.
And how did you know so much about computers? Because you're a young guy. How old are you?
I'm 37.
How did you know? Were you one of these kids who was way into computers from an early age?
Not really. I was into Apple Macintosh early on, but I ended up becoming an artist. I got a job as a graphic designer.
Right.
And then I wanted to open my own studio, so I figured I should teach myself web design.
Right.
So as I got into web design, some friends said, hey, let's start a web company in 1999. So we started our first kind of social networking weblogging company in 99, and then ended up at Google.
Were you one of those guys who was insecure about how to make a living? Because, you know, there's so many guys out there making blogs, and there's so many guys web designing. You can get lost in that sauce. I mean, the idea that you're going to be super successful is probably not even on your horizon.
Yeah, no, when I got started, there wasn't blogs yet. So we kind of, Evan and I are both kind of progenitors of this blogging phenomenon. We got it started. And then we worked together at Google.
Was your genius that you were able to make it easy for people to blog?
That was the thing. Yeah, it was super easy. It was type in a box, hit a button, you have a web page.
You were thinking like an Apple guy.
That was like an explosion of content for anyone who wanted to publish to the web.
Now, what happens when you have an explosion of content like that? Does that put you on the Google map or?
Yeah. Yeah, basically yes.
I noticed that when I'm an Apple guy, that they make things very easy.
Right.
So you say you were an Apple guy. You said, you know, let me make this easy for people. They'll be able to go on the internet and write to their heart's content.
Right, and listen and read what their friends are saying and react to one another. It becomes like a feedback loop. It becomes very engaging. You really want to get on there and see what people are saying about you and express your own opinions, etc.
So you and Evan are working at Google. You turn to him one day and say, what? Let's do what?
We were driving home from work, and we had this weird idea that we could maybe democratize audio because iPods were getting popular, and we figured out a way that people could record into their web browser or their phone, and that would be sent out to iPods. And we thought, this is really cool. We could kind of democratize audio.
Like a podcast, but so easy to do.
It was podcasting, and the company was called Odeo. It was a podcasting company, and super easy to do.
Right.
So we started building this. We quit Google. We started building this.
You quit Google now. Do people in your family say, you're nuts? You got a great job with Google.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. Everyone was worried about it.
Huge mistake. Even myself, for the first year or so, I was taking out my calculator and saying, oh, my God. God, if I had stayed, look to my wife, like, look at this. And she was like, you have to stop doing it.
You would have had stock bonuses. Are you referring to that? Because Google took off.
Well, because I left after 2 years, so you had 2 more years to vest. So I left all the stock on the table.
Were you a big player at Google?
No, I was just a regular guy.
Regular working guy. All right. So when you leave, everyone thinks you're nuts, but you're smart. In a way, we learned from you because if you're going to make your move, make it young. And say, you know what, hey, now I don't have that much to lose. While you're married, you didn't have any kids.
Right.
It was that kind of situation.
I went out to California to take a risk. I was at Google for 2 years. They IPO'd. I suddenly found myself very comfortable.
Right.
And I thought, this isn't risky. And so Evan and I, we quit Google. We started this audio company. Problem with the audio company was, although it was a good idea, and we had raised money to raise venture capital to build it, we were not using the product. And that, we were not emotionally invested in that product. And that, if you're going to do a startup and you're going to take that risk, you absolutely have to be emotionally invested.
You're right, because people say to me, like, for a while I was looking at a movie to direct, believe it or not. I was going to actually look for a project. Now, it has to be a movie I'm passionate about. It's got to be a genre that I enjoy myself. You can't go out and say, I'm going to make a movie for people who like this kind of movie. So you invented this thing that essentially you don't even want to use.
Right, so we were doing this, and then we realized that we're like, you know what, this is not good, because we're not even interested in this. So
did you have any success with it? Did anyone sign up for this audio?
It wasn't a complete dud. There was. It wasn't lighting the world on fire, which we were used to with blogging and Blogger. And
how much money had you raised to do that?
We had raised about $5 million.
Because it takes money to put up that infrastructure, right? That's the thing. And with these companies, it's difficult because you got to offer it free at first, so people kind of like the Facebook and all that. You've got to offer it free so people start using it and get sucked in.
Take a big leap of faith, and you got to start building. And it wasn't lighting the world on fire. We weren't thrilled by it. Now, what had happened was during this time, my other co-founder, Jack Dorsey, and I had become close collaborators and friends.
Right.
And we were starting to talk about what else could we do maybe besides this that would be more fun. And Evan, who was our third co-founder, had this great idea where he said, you know what, you guys seem to be getting along really well. Why don't you just take a break, take 2 weeks, and build something just totally different, just something fun, something you guys really want to do.
And when someone says that to you, you can build it because you know how to program. In other words, you know how to write the script.
Right, Jack
so
and I. Yeah, so Jack and I went and we built the prototype, and we took 2 weeks.
Right.
We built a working early model of Twitter, and we showed the rest of the team, and we said, "What do you guys think?" And you know, people were pretty much underwhelmed, but.
Right, because you say was the original idea 142 characters?
The original idea was this. What could we build on top of this newly, in the U.S. anyways, newly popular emerging mobile texting, SMS?
Yes.
We said this is something that is big in Europe. It's built into every single mobile phone on the planet, of which there are over 5 billion registered mobile phones. There's only 2 billion people on the internet.
Right.
What if we built a system on top of SMS? And the SMS international limit is 160 characters. That's why we have a 140 character limit for the name. The name plus the. So.
I was always wondering why you picked that amount.
Right.
But that makes sense.
Yeah, it needed. The idea was read it and write it in its entirety on any mobile phone on the planet or the web. You never have to continue to go somewhere else to read more.
It is nice because I know when I read it, I don't want to sit there and read a book. People just drone on.
Right.
It forces
blogging
you.
wouldn't work for me. Facebook doesn't work for me. I need that quick
Whenever
hit.
I go over the limit, it says, hey, you have to be more creative and come up with a shorter announcement.
Right.
And you always find you can.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that constraint inspires creativity. It forces people to be concise in 2 sentences. What's your thought? Get it down to 2 sentences.
Were you intimidated by the success of Facebook in the sense that you say, you know what, gee, these guys are so successful? Because Twitter's only been around, 5 years?
Yeah, and we founded the company in 2007, so we're celebrating our 5th birthday from day of the code being activated on the prototype.
Twitter has not been around that long, and yet it is part of our genes, almost our genetics at this point. I mean, everybody's using it.
Ronnie's using it.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie the limo driver is using it. Then you know it's successful. That out the cocker. So what you're saying is, if it was me, I'd say, you know what, I'm not going to develop this thing because Facebook, after all, is so popular. It's kind of, it can be compared. People can communicate. Did everyone say to you, even your investors, I'm not putting money into this. You guys are crazy. You're never going to be big.
No. We started it in 2006, and Facebook at that point was still just for college kids and stuff.
Okay.
And our model was absolutely fundamentally different. It
Right.
wasn't a social network. It was you follow those sources of information which you want. You didn't need to know someone to follow them. I
Right.
didn't need to ask Howard Stern if he would be my friend.
Right.
You know, I would just follow Howard Stern.
That's what I think I like about Twitter. That's what appeals to me. I can follow, like I'm now into these Apple computers. I follow people who write about Apple computers,
Right.
and I like that. It's
Yeah.
all of a sudden some information I can get.
Yeah, it's become following your interests.
Is the goal to beat Facebook and sort of make them obsolete?
No, I think the goal is to be another one of these great internet companies. I think there's room for more than a few.
Why make it so why not integrate the picture posting thing? Why do you allow TwitPic to make a picture? Why not allow everyone to just post pictures and take over that function?
Well, we have started making it a lot easier. So if you use the iPhone, there's a little camera icon right there.
Right.
You just share it, and it just goes along with your tweet. And we want to make that easier and easier for people.
Why are you anti when people retweet? Why don't you set it up so it says RT and retweet? You seem to be against the retweet function.
No, we actually built a button called the retweet button.
Yes, but that doesn't allow you to respond to, the thing. Why not fix that?
That's a missing feature. People want to add a comment to why they retweeted
Right.
it. Like,
yes.
I retweeted this because I disagree with it, not because I like it.
That's the main function that I use it for.
Yeah, so what we need to do is, see, the reason why a button is key is because if you have a retweet button, then you can track all of the retweets that your tweet has got.
Yes.
So you can see the spread, you can see how viral it went, you can trace the information, and you can find out how much it spread. But
it disturbs me that
it requires some kind. We do need to add the ability for people to say.
I use the official Twitter apparatus or
platform,
the platform, but other people go to other platforms.
Yeah, like what is that one?
Does that bother you? Like TweetDeck and all that.
And all that.
Does it bother you that there are other services sort of making their name off of your thing?
It doesn't bother us that there are people making their name. What happens? And well, now we have official applications for iPhone, for BlackBerry, for iPad, for you name it. We have official applications we've developed in house. The key thing for us was that before we made those official applications, people were getting very confused because they would go to the Apple iTunes App Store,
right,
and they would say, okay, I want to download the Twitter application,
right,
and they would get 100 applications that weren't called Twitter, and they would just pick one and think, okay, maybe this is the Twitter one.
That's right.
And then they would say, like, I don't know how to create even an account on this or anything. They didn't know they had to go back to the website. So when we created, and not only that, but we were looking at our numbers, and we were saying, why are so few people on the iPhone using Twitter? This can't be right, because iPhone's hugely popular, Twitter's popular, there should be way more people on here.
That's right.
So we create the official Twitter for iPhone, put our logo on it.
Yes.
Make it free.
I like that.
Everything shoots up like crazy. People are happy, people are using it, and it just makes a lot more sense for everybody.
The three original partners, you, Evan, and the other guy, Jack. What is it now? Like Evan left the company for a while. Jack comes back in. Evan leaves.
I know,
Evan
and
comes back.
I'm stuck here the whole time.
Yeah,
like a
you're
schmuck.
just like a revolving door that they go in and out of.
When can I get a break?
Do you guys push these guys out, or do you want them to leave, or what is going on here? Why can't the three partners just all be? I would be hyper focused on this thing. It's going somewhere.
Yeah,
there's money to be made.
There's a lot of people involved. I mean, you got a whole board of directors. You got a bunch of people. And I think the key thing is that. The way that I think about it is Twitter's been this, ever since the beginning, user input has been big. A lot of the things we didn't even invent, like @replies, weren't even our idea.
Right.
Hashtags weren't even our idea. People just started doing. We embraced them. We turned them into features. And so the way that I think about it is Twitter as a service has almost become like this living, breathing thing that needs what it needs when it needs it, and it needs who it needs when it needs it. And so we've recognized, okay, you need to step down while you need to step up. Now you need to come back and you need to go away. And
so is it kind of the thing where you can turn to your partners and say, look, right now I think the company needs me to run it.
Right.
And you guys need to back off.
Right.
This is my strength.
Yep.
And then when you start to see things go a little bit wrong, the other guy comes in and says, okay, I'm going to run this thing for a while. It's almost like Steve Jobs
so
with Apple.
So you guys trade off on who runs things?
That's what's been happening. And to it, I think it's a testament to the egolessness of my two co-founders, is that they're willing to say, like, okay, let's do it that way.
But are they able to really step away from it and let you run things for a while?
Well, I'm not running things. We actually we chose a new CEO, Dick Costello, who's actually he's older than us, and he's actually doing a great job as a CEO.
So who owns the company? It's still private.
Yeah.
And you own the company and your two partners, and does the CEO get a piece of the action?
Well, yes. Well, first of all, everyone who works at Twitter owns a part of the company.
Okay, that's good.
Everyone who comes on gets equity.
Right.
The 3 founders own percentages of the company. The venture capitalists own percentages of the company.
I would assume the venture capitalists own the majority of the company. They put up the money for it.
That's not necessarily true. The thing with Twitter was we got into a really good position because we didn't take money until we had started growing very rapidly. And at that point, we had our pick of the venture capitalists who we liked the most. And we thought of them as employees we could never fire.
When Facebook came to you, Mark Zuckerberg, when he came to you and offered you $500 million, I don't know how many years ago he offered it to you.
I think it was 08, I think.
08.
Late 08.
In 08, he says to you, $500 million, I want to acquire Twitter. I think he saw it as a nice adjunct to his business, and maybe even saw it as a threat because he sees what it represents.
Yeah.
How'd you know to turn that down? I mean, that's a very tempting thing. You could have been set for life. You and your wife could have gone off into the sunset and done your thing. Who makes the decision not to accept his money?
It was actually Evan and I that went down and talked with Mark. And to be perfectly honest, we really had no intention of even selling it. And
we figured, why not go meet the great Mark Zuckerberg?
You got to have the conversation, right?
We got to go meet the great Mark Zuckerberg.
Right.
And
were you impressed?
And it was really funny because it was fun, but it was also awkward. We went into a room together, and Mark went in first and sat down on a chair, leaving just a love seat for it was a very small room for Evan and I.
You and Evan are lovers.
I went in next, I sat down, and then Ev came in third, and he said, "Should I leave the door open or should I close it?" And Mark said, "Yes."
Yes.
Oh.
And
what does that mean?
Ev said, "I'll just close it this much." And that's how it started. And
is he socially awkward? Is that your point?
No, he seemed, when I got the impression when talking to him that I was talking to, it was weird. It was like he was one guy, but it almost seemed like he had 12 people in his head. Like he had already kind of gone through every possible scenario that we could talk. And I was making all these jokes and everything, and they were just dying.
Did he try to act like Twitter wasn't really that important? Even though he's going to offer you $500 million, you're like, it seems okay. Like almost not that interested in it.
To tell you the truth, we were driving down there. This is the whole story is I got into work one day, and my friend Jason Goldman says, "Go back downstairs. Ev's waiting for you in his car." And I said, "Why is he waiting for me in his car?" And he said, "Just go downstairs. He's in his car." And I said, "But I just got it. Go downstairs." So I go downstairs. I get in the car, and Evan's in his car. I say, I said, "Where are we going?" And he says, "We're going to Palo Alto." And I said, "We're going to Palo Alto? Oh, is today the day we're supposed to do that thing at Google?" And he's like, "No, stop interrupting me." And I said, "Oh, is today because I'm always interrupting. He drives him crazy." And he finally says, "We're going to Facebook." I said, "Why are we going to Facebook?" And he said, "We're going to see Mark Zuckerberg." I was like, "Oh, cool. Why are we going to see Mark Zuckerberg?" He's like, "They're interested in a partnership,
acquiring."
Yeah. And I said, "Oh, really? Well, how much?" And he says, "I don't know. What do you think's a good number?" And I said, "I don't know, 500." And it was kind of like a joke. And he was like, "Okay, that sounds good." And so when we went in there, we're kibitzing, we're talking, we're doing this awkward stuff, and finally Mark says, "I don't like to talk about numbers. It's not my thing." And we were like, "Well, we don't like to either. It's an awkward thing to discuss."
Right. Yeah, right.
And he says, "But if you tell me a number, I'll tell you yes or no." And so Ev said, 500 and
dollars.
And
I'll take it.
And Mark said, "That's a big number." And I said, "You said you'd say yes or no?" And then he said, "Okay, how about some lunch?" And then
so he never said yes or no.
Yeah, and so and then we just had to go, and then just later that afternoon, Ev wrote a really nice note saying, "Thank you for the visit, but we really have no intention of selling this company. We're just getting started. We're growing around the world. We're proving that people are finding value in this service, small businesses, individuals, big businesses, etc. That part is going strong. We need to build a business on this. and we think we can, and we think we can also have a positive global impact in the world, and we want to carry this through. And that was that.
And
to
also
answer your question,
yes.
that is the motivation for turning down a lot of money. Was we actually think there's even more potential than that.
Well, you're right, and you know what it is. You're young guys too. It's not like you're at the end of your career. You want to do something with your life.
There's reasons why you sell your company. You're either done, you're about to be sued to death, you're about to be crushed by the competition,
right?
Or you just want.
It's out of fear a lot of times.
Yeah, and none of that was true for us.
Right. So now I don't understand the plan. But after Zuckerberg, really, what you're saying is never really offered you $500 million. You never got to hear if he would have accepted it or not.
There was an offer.
It was.
There was an offer of like a mix of cash and stock, and
it didn't appeal to you.
But we wrote a nice note. We said thank you so much for we kept it very cordial and everything.
And you've had other bigger offers. Like somebody offered you $500 million just to take a small piece of the company, right? Wasn't that Goldman Sachs or somebody like that? I don't even remember who it was. I forget who I read.
We've taken investment.
Right.
That's how it works as we've taken investment over the years.
You rejected numerous offers from Google and Facebook. Another rumor claimed J.P. Morgan Chase offered to buy a 10% stake in Twitter for $450 million, which would have put the value of the company at $4.5 billion. $4.5 billion for just 10% of the company. Any truth to that?
We weren't actually in talks with them.
You were not?
No.
So how do you create a value here? Because I was reading about the advertising dollars, and you have to be careful. You can't clog this thing up with ads. People will get turned off. You know that.
Yep.
And yet you do have to make money.
Yeah.
And so when I was reading the figures on what Twitter actually makes in terms of money, there was probably more people making money off of Twitter just using it
than you guys make.
Because it wasn't that mind-blowing to me. Like your advertising was around $250 million maybe this year or something like that?
We're actually right now our advertising is like invite only with partners. We're taking a really slow and thoughtful approach. It's frustrating.
What does that mean, invite only with partners?
It means we hand select a group of companies like Starbucks and some movie studios and so forth, and we say, look, we have these innovative promoted suite of products, promoted trends, promoted tweets, and promoted accounts.
Right.
We're not 100% sure if they're going to work really well. They're native to the system, which makes them different from other ads. Would you be willing to work with us to see if they work for you? And we're experiencing more than 5% engagement rate on these ad products, which if you follow online advertising is just astronomical. The partners are super happy, but we just don't have the infrastructure in place to do like open self-serve ads just yet.
So are you a billionaire at this point? I mean, on paper, you could say the company's worth $4.5 billion, but how do you make money on a daily basis? I mean, you personally, do you have a salary?
Yeah, I take a salary.
You take a salary.
Yeah.
Do you take millions of dollars in salary?
No. I take a regular salary like anyone else at the company.
But you don't list that salary anywhere. No one knows what you make.
No, it's a private company. It's a salary. It's not an hour. It's the same salary that anyone would.
A couple of $100,000 a year. So meanwhile, you're an owner of Twitter, and your personal wealth, aside from what it could potentially be.
Could be, right.
Do you live in a mansion, or are you just a modest guy? Because does your wife ever say to you, what the fuck is going on here? You have Twitter. Why don't you guys make some money
Why
already?
am I still working?
So you're just a salaried guy in a sense.
Right. Yeah.
And when they say the company's worth $4.5 billion, we don't know unless are you planning on taking it public so there can be a stock so people can get involved in this?
We don't have a plan to do that yet because we really feel like it's too early. We need to make this. We need to show that we can, not just have a positive global impact in the world, but make a real business on this and then have a lot of fun doing it. And this business aspect is growing, and throughout the next year or two, we're really going to try to show that we can do this.
So are you what are you? Are you a millionaire? Are you what are you? I mean, are you one of like Zuckerberg?
We don't know how to look at you.
I don't know how to evaluate what you are.
What do I look like?
Are you a success?
You look like a filthy hippie. But seriously, you look like a kid, quite frankly. Yeah. I mean, are you? I mean, how does this translate into you becoming this super wealthy guy? I can't even tell if Robin should date you, and you should leave your wife. You know what I mean? I don't understand.
You don't understand. Well, it's all based on potential.
So the only money that you've made is your salary.
I make a perfectly good salary.
You've not taken any money out of the company simply because
I have a mortgage on a 2,000 square foot house, and I lease a Mini. And
maybe I should just give you some money and you give me some pieces of the company.
Maybe that's
the way to do it.
You're serious. You have not made You've
No,
not
he
taken
hasn't.
any money out of this company. You've not.
Is there a temptation to sell just so you can have money in the bank and say, for God's sakes, let's cash in a little bit?
Yeah, I guess there is.
Are
but
you financially set for life?
I feel like I'm going to be fine.
You're going to be fine. You don't worry about that
I have
stuff.
complete faith that Twitter is going to be 10 times bigger than it is today.
And your partners aren't pressuring you to do something.
Everyone feels like we're real. I mean, we've worked our way into the global consciousness.
But
We're
do you
making
understand
money.
why I don't understand this? In other words, at some point, you want to live the American dream. You've invented something here that's unique, that's part of our culture now, and it's going to be an important part of our culture in the future, I think.
I feel like I already am living the American dream. I mean, the thing that the stuff that people have done with Twitter all around the world has been, this
Do you
is
believe that Twitter overthrew the Egyptian government?
No, I think people did that.
Right, but don't you think Twitter facilitated that?
Yeah, and I think the telephone helped bring down the Berlin Wall.
Right, right.
But I don't think they said the telephone brought down the Berlin Wall.
You remind me of like a sort of a hippie attitude. Like we were talking earlier on the air that a lot of our guys want to be verified. Like that's a real big thing to them.
Right.
And then Gary was talking to you in the green room and said, this one wants to be verified. And you even said, it's such a loose operation that like your verification stuff is down right now. Like if you wanted to verify Ronnie the limo driver, you couldn't even do it right now. You wouldn't even know who to call. Is that correct?
I'd know who to call. It's just that last night they pushed some updates to the site, and the one thing that it took down was the verification.
So, good excuse.
So, like when someone calls up and says, "Look, my name is being screwed with. I want to be verified. This and that." You don't have an organization that sits there like the verification board and says, "We have to get this done right away."
We do have some people that help. The reason we created verification in the first place was because we had celebrities joining the service, and they were saying, "Look, we're having a problem with imposters, and we couldn't constantly chase down every single imposter because we suspend one, another one pops up. So we just said, look, let's just verify the real one. That way there can be 100 fake ones, and you can look for the check mark for the real one."
Who decides who gets verified? Because this is becoming very important in my situation.
In this little realm, anyway.
Who is the person or is it a board of people?
Yeah, no, it's people in our support team, and they look at a bunch of different things. Ultimately, we'd like to have that much more automated, and right now we're verifying like our partners, like I said, our advertising partners,
right?
And we're verifying people like politicians and celebrities who are very likely to be impersonated and have that problem.
JD says he's impersonated all the time.
That's right.
We'll have to get JD verified.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. We're going to play a little game with that verification thing in a second. But it seems to me that this has become very important to be verified.
Well, I think
and it makes you the cool kid in school. You can verify people. You're verifying their existence.
Anytime you add a little check mark or you add a number next to the followers or something, people want the check mark and people want the number to go up.
Do you purposely keep the check mark a special thing? That way it keeps people interested, like it becomes a big thing, like a guy getting inducted into the mafia?
We didn't. It's not something we designed on purpose to be that big of a deal. We thought it was just going to be like an easy fix, and then everyone, we have this Bronx Zoo snake now asking us to be verified.
Right. I know the Bronx Zoo snake is on Twitter.
And how aware of you, when you say, it's got to be good for Twitter when a celebrity starts tweeting because it adds to the content of the thing. It makes it exciting and viable.
Yeah, and they have their own set of followers who then want to follow them on Twitter, and so more people sign up and everything else.
How aware are you of, like, when I decided to start tweeting, how aware of you, how do you get alerted that I am going to be starting to tweet or that I have
different
started?
ways? I think, when certain people join, like when you join and there's a lot of fans in the office, there's an email goes out and there's whispering in the office that Howard's joining. Other celebrities maybe not where people in the office aren't. We find out maybe the next day through the news or something like that.
Right.
There's not like a red phone that rings when Charlie Sheen joins.
Do any of the celebrities want to get paid because they feel like at one point I was talking to Ashton Kutcher. He was one of the early users of Twitter.
Right.
And he had something like 7 million followers at some point, something like that. I don't know.
Well, he was the first to go to a million,
first
right?
to a million. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had him on the show, and I said to him, I wasn't tweeting at that point, didn't really understand it all that well. And I said to him, Do you get resentful? You've gone around, done more free advertising for Twitter. Have they ever approached you to pay you and say, hey, you know, we thank you for doing this. You've brought millions of people to the table. And he was almost resentful, I felt, because he said, yeah, you know, they never have offered me any money. They never have said to me, acknowledged what I've done for the company. Does that play into it all? Do you pay any celebrities to tweet?
We never pay any celebrities. I mean, the way that I look at it is this is a platform that allows you to send out messages to millions of fans for free.
That's right.
If there's another platform that allows you to send out messages to, in Lady Gaga's case, 9 million followers without spending a penny,
right?
I'd love to see that service.
That's true. I do agree with you. In a sense, it's very not like I have gotten in touch with people who didn't follow us to satellite. And so I say to them, hey, they go, hey, I'm enjoying you on Twitter. And I say to them, well, come join us on satellite. It is a free advertising medium. And I guess what Twitter gets out of it is I bring some people to the table.
But, you know, Ashton and Demi got a lot out of it, too. They got a lot of press out of it.
I think
drumming up all that interest.
The key thing is, are you getting value out of it or not? And if you're not getting value out of it, then
leave.
Why do it?
I see.
And if you are getting value out of it, that's great. I mean, that's what we want to hear.
Have any celebrities approached you about getting paid? Have they said to you point blank, we want money?
No one's come to us directly and said that, no.
But you have had a few people bail, like John Mayer announced publicly that he was getting off Twitter and doing something else.
Some people just get into trouble with it. I mean, I think, you know, when you're in the public eye,
right.
You know, one slip up on one bad tweet and it could be, you know, that could be it for you.
Could you get laid being the owner of Twitter? I mean, is that translated into some sort of...
His wife still sleeps with him.
Well, yeah. I mean, I mean, you have a wife. Are you sorry you got married? I mean, now you're this big, successful guy. You invented something that's changed the world. I mean, do you dream of like living like Hef in the mansion somewhere?
No, this has been great for me. I mean, I've been working now. I like to think.
You don't think you can fuck girls with verification status alone? I mean, seriously.
I'll verify you.
Somehow I don't think that would go over great with our board of directors.
You were saying.
You know, Twitter feels like this kind of like overnight success.
Yes.
But it's taken 11 years, you know, to be an overnight success. So it's been a wild ride, and you know, now I'm just thrilled to be able to be working on something that's having such a positive impact around the world.
We're talking with Biz Stone. He is one of the founders.
That's kind of a cool name. What is Biz Stone?
I don't believe that's your birth name. I think that's a showbiz name.
Well, I'll tell you the real story if you want to hear it.
Okay. Why are you Biz? Is that your stripper name?
No.
You're a hot guy. I'll give you that.
My full name is Christopher Isaac Stone.
Right.
I couldn't say the word Christopher. I said Bizerber when I was a little kid. My mom thought that was funny. George Donovan finds out in 3rd grade my mom's calling me Biz. That was it. That's the end of it.
Do you like the name? Now you like it.
Well, my mom, when I was 8 years old, people say, "Why is he called Biz?" She would say, "It's short for Elizabeth." She was
great.
I'm like, "That's really funny, Mom." Yeah, I love that.
Way to be in tune with my needs.
Yeah.
So where'd you grow up?
I grew up. I was born in Boston, and I lived in Brookline for several years, and I went to Wellesley High School.
Were you an exceptional student?
I was a good student. Yeah, it was actually a great. We grew up with very poor. My mother inherited this house that happened to be in a very affluent.
But you were the poor
suburb.
kid.
But nobody knew that, you know.
Right.
And so I got to go to this really, really great public school.
Was your dad not in the picture?
Yeah, my parents split when I was very young. So.
Never. One of those dads never showed up. Never took an interest in you.
Yeah, we never really saw.
Ooh, I bet he's sorry now.
Is he taking an interest in you now that you own Twitter?
No, we haven't reconnected.
He hasn't found you yet?
No communication from your father from what age?
It's been a while. It's been like 10. I think we bumped into each other about 10 years ago, and before that it was even longer. So.
Is that something that haunts you? I mean, that your father did not take an interest in you?
No, I don't. I can't. Not really. I mean, it was more like they split when I was so young that I never really, formed a real attachment.
Does he have another family? Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, and I think I have some that I don't know about.
Do you know if your dad is on Twitter?
I don't think yet. My mom is on Twitter.
I wonder if your dad is. I wonder if. Do you think your dad knows that you own Twitter?
I really doubt that he's on Twitter.
Did you ever get to ask him when you ran into him? Gee, why did you never even pick up the phone and call? I mean, you had to be a little bit curious about me.
I think he has his own issues.
Issues?
Yeah.
What's his issue?
There's some health issues, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, all the years he was healthy, did you ever don't you just want to shake him and go, Dad? Didn't you care about your little boy?
The last time I bumped into him 10 years ago, he asked me who I was.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean?
He said, "Are you Garo's older brother?"
Wow.
And I said, "No, I'm your son."
And so you got brothers and sisters out there that you don't even know.
On his, I think on his he's remarried or reattached, and there are some folks that I don't know. Yeah.
Did you have a brother? Do you have brothers and sisters from?
I have 3 sisters.
Right. And so they were all abandoned.
Two half sisters and one sister who shares a father with me.
They were all abandoned.
Well, no, the half sisters have another father.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but they were all
They were abandoned too? Jeez.
Gee whiz. Any of them work for Twitter?
No, none of them do.
Any of them hit you up for money?
Well, I mean, I support
everyone.
Folks in the
How do you support your mother?
Yes.
Support your sisters?
To a certain extent, they're doing okay.
If your father comes to you and says, "I need to be verified," would you verify him? Or would you tell him to get the fuck out there? Do you hate him?
Tell him to talk to the verification.
You seem like a happy-go-lucky guy, but do you hate your dad?
No.
No.
No, I'm just...
Were you in therapy for this?
It's like I'm just estranged. Like, truthfully...
But wait a second.
Truthfully, he always felt like, what happened was when they got divorced when I was very young, and they worked out a deal where every Sunday he would come by and he would pick me and my sister up and we would go do something.
Right.
And... nobody had fun on these Sundays.
Oh,
right.
dear.
He didn't have fun, you didn't have fun.
He was like, "Tell your mother she's a this and a that." And we were like, "Okay, yeah, we'll do that when we get home."
Here's Dad to tell me my mom's a cunt.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, we'll relay the message. And then it wasn't until I was like 16, and I was like, "Oh, I got to do this again," that I was like, "Wait a minute, why don't I just go play with my friend Mark Ginsburg instead? Why don't we just go ride bikes?"
Yeah.
Right.
And then there was this huge relief, and I was like, "That's a great idea."
Yeah. So that was it.
Yeah. And then I was like, "All right, good." My sister still keeps in touch with him.
Right.
And I'm still friends with Mark Ginsburg.
Mark's more of a father to you than he was.
Yeah, I actually spent most of my childhood like eating dinner and sleeping over at the Ginsburg's house.
Is your mom verified?
No, well, my mom's not verified because no one's going to impersonate my mom.
Is Mark Ginsburg
now
verified?
that I'm talking to you, now there's going to be like 17
Yeah.
of Biz's mom.
I don't know, Biz. It's this whole verification thing. Who wants to be verified here? I'll let you guys duke it out in front of Biz. Would you do me the favor that if the guys come in, we can pick the guy who makes the best argument. We'll give each guy 30 seconds. We'll keep it like a Twitter thing, very short and sweet.
Okay.
Will you promise to verify the winner?
Yes.
Okay. This is
All right,
exciting.
guys.
It's going to piss off everyone else who's never been verified.
I know. I know Bubba the Love Sponge wants to get verified, but he's not here right now.
He's not here to plead his own case.
But maybe you could if you do him a favor. All right, but listen to me.
Yes.
Here's J.D. Harmeyer, who has 100,000. You're closing in on 100,000 followers on Twitter?
It might take a little while. I got 82,000.
82,000. Impressive,
the
no?
music is kicking in here.
Yeah. Biz, impressive. 82,000.
That's pretty good.
He has his own music, Biz.
That's pretty good.
Biz, when you hear a guy go, aren't you impressed? Benji, you want to be verified. Is that correct?
That's correct. I do want to be
Who
verified.
else? Jason, you want to be verified. You have 2 Twitter accounts, and I believe maybe one for your cat as well. Is that true?
No one for the cat. No one for the cat,
can
but I do have 2 Twitter accounts. I have 24,000 followers on my main account.
All right, and Ronnie, this would really help you out because you have recently been impersonated on your Twitter account. Is that right?
Oh, well, see, he's been impersonated.
I've been impersonated more than once, and what you did was you shut the wrong account down. You shut my account down, and the guy who gets on as me has got the exact same thing, except he used a capital I instead of a small L.
All right. So your point is that he runs a horrible organization.
And I have close to 40,000 followers
hold on,
in a
it's
month.
not your turn yet.
Okay, you asked me.
Not
I'm
yet.
answering you.
And Brian Phelan, you want to be verified.
That's too many characters right there.
Right. Okay,
Ronnie's
here we
done.
go. You have 30 seconds. I'm going to go to Ronnie first since you're on a roll. Tell Biz why you should be verified. We will vote, and only one person here can get verified. Is that right, Biz?
Yeah. Okay, I'm on Twitter a little over a month. I have close to 40,000 40,000 followers, okay? I have imitators. They get on there with my picture and everything. They get on there and insult women. They call them whores and sluts in my name. I had one guy taken down. First, they took me down by mistake, and then they put him back up yesterday again.
All right, there's your plea. All right, that's Ronnie, the limo driver Mund.
He's been through a lot.
And he met XXX, Sexy Vixen XXX on there. Okay, here we go. J.D. Harmeyer, here is your 30 seconds, dude, and you know this is important to you. Don't fuck it up. Biz Stone, listen carefully. Go ahead.
Okay.
I have over 80,000 followers. I take my tweeting very seriously. Yeah, I do have people impersonating me. I had people impersonating me even before I got on. That's one of the reasons why I got on.
Tell him you're a social misfit.
I'm a social misfit. Actually,
this is your only hope.
His most interaction
Talk about what
with people.
verification would do for you.
Actually, more importantly, Robin isn't verified. She needs to be verified more than anyone here.
I was very selfless of you.
I'm just saying.
If I was you, I would have told Biz the truth, that you have hardly anything going on in your life, and if you were verified, it would make you feel like a man.
You know what?
Between me and my chopsticks.
I do have like a sort of, it's a low level of fame, and I can't get much out of it. This would be good.
He thinks he can get laid.
I have a smelly office.
Tell him how you went to dinner with Ryan Philippe. He took you to a party, and you went to the party, and you played with chopsticks while everyone else was getting laid.
I thought he only gets 30 seconds.
Well, he's a pathetic case. All right, you're right. All right, let's go to Brian Phelan. Brian Phelan from Howard TV. Why should you be verified over these other nutnicks?
Because these guys have followers. I have none. I have 2,000 followers. Nobody knows who I am, and I will party with anybody that does follow me. So I give out locations where I'm at drinking. So people should come and hang with me and follow me, and I should.
But
be
isn't
verified.
Biz's point that he only wants to verify celebrities? You're saying you're not one.
He's going to make himself a flash mob celebrity.
All right, okay. Thank you very much, Brian Phelan. Horrible job. Let's go to Jason. Jason, why should you be verified? Treat this seriously, because you know you guys are going to be in a fucking depression if you don't get verified.
Biz, I should be verified because I've been on Twitter for years. I love Twitter. I helped Benji set up his account. I helped Howard set up his account.
An advocate.
That's true.
I am an advocate of Twitter. I am on Twitter all the time. Right. I feel I treat Twittering very seriously. I try and reply to everyone who writes me and retweet.
Why do you have two accounts?
Because a lot of people were complaining that I tweet a lot of my political opinions. And a lot of people are saying, look, we follow you because you're on the Howard Stern show. We don't give a shit about what you think about
30 seconds.
this and that. So I tried.
All right, let him finish his thought. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ronnie, you can keep time. We all get
so
it.
Which account do you want verified? The
Serious or the main one? The main one for the Howard Stern show.
All right,
no
your
one cares about
main
my
account would be verified, not your political account.
Right.
All right, Benji, Biz Stone is here. This is the chance of a lifetime to get verified.
I'm over here,
behind
Biz.
you.
Go
Right
ahead.
behind you.
He doesn't want to look at you. Go ahead.
You don't have to look.
Yeah.
I absolutely, like everyone here, love Twitter, love what you're doing for the world. It's changing the world. But importantly for me, I am severely impersonated. People are copying me. People are putting their pictures up. They stole my parents away. They stole my real friends.
They stole your parents.
They stole my girlfriend.
What are you talking about?
Impersonators.
Yeah, he's saying they signed up for fake.
And that's the kind of shit he tweets.
No, look,
you're going to call the police about this.
And I spent one of the greatest weeks of my life was at Wellesley High School.
Did you ever get laid from Twitter? Be honest.
30 seconds.
Did you ever meet a girl? Hold on a second. Did you ever get laid from Twitter?
That's one of my goals.
But you've never met a girl on Twitter and gotten laid?
No, I've met, but I haven't actually got laid from.
You haven't made the deal.
JD, did you ever get laid from Twitter?
I've met some girls.
Yeah. Ronnie, we know you've met girls.
I haven't gotten laid. Now, don't make stories up.
All right. And I know you haven't gotten laid either. All right.
It's kept me from getting laid.
All right, Biz, you've heard 1, 2, 3, 4, and Brian Phelan, 5 guys. What do you think?
Well,
who is it that's going to be verified?
They're all getting impersonated.
Well, here's the thing.
Can only choose one.
There's a lot of guys in here that want verification, I think, for the wrong reasons. You know, you don't use verification to get famous.
All right.
You don't use verification. You shouldn't be using verification to meet chicks.
Right.
Verification was designed so that you would not be impersonated.
That's true.
So, you know, and obviously since we already made a mistake, I think the winner should be Ronnie the limo driver.
Ronnie the limo driver?
30 seconds.
I actually won something.
Wait a second. Are you saying because he was impersonated and he had that mishap where they canceled his account?
I think we owe him a little something.
Wow.
Look at these guys are really pissed.
I thought JD or Jason was going to
I've been impersonated, but whatever.
He says you're doing it to get famous. Be quiet.
JD, how much does this hurt? Be honest now that Ronnie got verified over you.
It sucks, but I gotta live. I gotta live.
Jason, this blows. Doesn't it?
I'll trade you my car show. I'll trade you my car show back for verification.
No.
You ain't getting no car show back. Ronnie, you finally won.
Yeah, how about that?
Wow. Ronnie, the limo driver, will be verified. Biz, because you can't even get on your own verification service, how long will it take before Ronnie, the limo driver, is verified?
Oh, it's going to take at least a decade.
I see. No, seriously, how long will it take?
No, we'll do it today.
Wow, you will be verified today.
I got to make sure they get the right thing, though. So
write it down.
They don't
for
give
Biz.
it to the other guy.
Right. And Jason, you're a little upset.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie
did nothing for Twitter.
And he tweets once a day, and I can't understand half the things he tweets. They're like a maniac.
Biz, I get criticized no matter what I do with my tweets. Sometimes I go on there and just answer fans' questions.
I saw
and
that.
People don't like that. Then
I
they
saw
want
you went
something.
on there. I saw recently, I was reading through, you were answering everyone's questions, and then someone said, "Hey, Howard, how about you say something funny?" And you said, "I'll leave the humor to you, genius."
Right. I find myself getting into arguments. What is the proper amount to tweet a day? Seriously.
I don't know that there's necessarily a proper amount. I think what you're doing is really for who you are, exactly the right thing to be doing. You're interacting with your fans.
Right.
Just like a politician would interact with his constituents.
Yes, you hear that?
And I think you're doing...
they're still going to criticize you.
No, yeah, no matter what, you're not going to escape criticism.
Biz, were you aware that I was being credited with revolutionizing Twitter by actually tweeting during private parts of the film on HBO?
Yes, I heard all about that, and that was a genius move.
You're kidding. I mean, of course I knew that. Thank you. All right. Biz, you have verified Ronnie.
Dude, these guys, they can still keep twittering, and maybe one day...
one day you might acknowledge.
I'm JD Harm on Twitter, by the way. Goodbye.
Yeah, there you go.
It's his claim to fame.
Very good. Ronnie, congratulations.
Thank you.
Benji, you're a loser again. I'm so sorry.
I will be verified.
All right, thank you.
Bronk, B-R-O-N-K, Bronk.
All right. Biz, fascinating story. I wish you a lot of luck with Twitter. I'm enjoying it, having fun with it. Oh, I turned off your mic. I'm sorry. That must mean
my.
Wow.
Must be time to go.
Well, hey, why not? Biz Stone, join Twitter. Go to twitter.com. It's a lot of fun. I do have a good time with it. And now
we have fun with it, yeah.
We all have accounts, and we even have a Stern Show account where we're now sending out video and sending out news flashes and all kinds of stuff. A lot of fun we're having with it.
All right.
And thanks for creating that.
Thanks for having me. And I just wanted to say one thing. Now, next time I see Robin at my favorite restaurant, Candle 79, I noticed you once there.
Oh, my
I'll
God.
say hello.
I didn't know you go there.
I'm a vegan, so it's my favorite place.
Wonderful. I'm there all the time.
Robin will ignore you, believe me.
No, stop it.
Who are you? Get away. Get away. Filthy young man. I'm the guy who invented Twitter. Oh, all right, I'll talk to you. All right, Biz, congratulations on
Howard.
all your success.
It's great to
Thanks
see
for
you.
coming on.
Yeah,
Great to see you,
thanks
too.
for having me.
So you don't live in New York, but when you're here, you go to Candle 79.
I used to live in New York,
Uh-huh.
and every time I'm here, I go to Candle 79.
It's the best.
I love
it is really the best vegan restaurant.
I go to a bunch
here.
of other places.
I do too, but that's my fave. Yeah.
It's in a weird spot. You got to go all the way up and over. but
Right,
it's
right,
nice.
yeah.
It's a good
They
spot.
do a good job.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank
Good
you
to
for
meet
coming
you.
in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
in. Good to
Gary.
meet you. That was great.
A lot of fun.
JD.
All right, we'll come back. We'll come back
carry
later
on.
when I have $1 billion.
Let me know when you take your first billion, and that's when we really want to talk. We want to find out what you're up to.
All right.
Biz,
Yes.
you truly made Ronnie's day today. I think.
Thanks, man.
Good
Appreciate
work, Ronnie.
Thank you.
You made a strong case.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All the haters now and all the imitators, they can all go away now.
Yes, they can make as many fake accounts as they want because you'll have the check.
Was today's conversation a perfect example to you of how powerful Twitter has become? Like this competition, the fact that people take it that seriously. Is this the ultimate goal for you guys? I mean, for Twitter to become so legitimate?
I don't know if it's the ultimate to fight over verification. I think the key thing for us is that, and it has always been, that the open exchange of information around the world can have a positive global impact. And it's great that it's reached folks like Howard who can really help us further that goal.
What's your criteria? If, like, let's say someone's evil and they're like some white supremacist.
Yeah.
Do you take those things down? Or?
No, we don't. We err on the side of freedom of speech at all times.
Does it ever personally, like, you just get to so much?
Yeah, of course. There's stuff that, no, and it's not a personal decision. We don't mediate content. We have very strict set of policies and rules that say if it's a specific violent threat on another person or if it's unlawful, stuff like this, things that are made easily, decisions that are made easily. Otherwise, we always err on the side of freedom of speech. We believe, again, that the open exchange of information can have a positive global impact, and that information can be good or ill, and it should all be out there.
So, like in Egypt, if you saw them saying, hey, let's kill all the protesters, but in subtle or more subtle words.
It has to be, it would have to be specific. My personal belief is that if people are going to do bad things, I'd rather they do them on a public, in a very public way so that people can see who's doing it, who's saying it. I'd rather that than it's festering in the dark and the plans are being made, where people can't see them.
JD.
Yes.
I am so sorry about what happened this morning.
No one died, Greg. It's okay.
I feel like maybe a piece of you did. A piece of your dream.
I'm fine.
Do you look at this as your one shot at Twitter greatness and that's it? Like, or do you feel there will be a bright and happy ending to this story?
You know what? I'm only 31 years old, Greg. I have a lot of life left in me. Knock on wood. So there's plenty of time to get that blue check mark. One day that blue check mark will be right there.
Did you wake up this morning thinking, hey, I'm gonna walk out of work later on a verified man, and here you are, still unverified?
No, listen. If I thought that, then I'd be just crushed. But I don't think like that. I don't expect anything to go my way. So it's easy. It's just another thing that doesn't happen. What am I gonna do?
Do you believe in this sort of a karmic reaction?
You're going with the karma again.
I'm just saying. I mean, of all people to steal verification out from underneath you, the one Ronald J. Mund.
Maybe this karma. It's definitely an interesting. You really nailed something on the head there. It's definitely something interesting. It's a funny way this world works. And, c'est la vie.
You'll tweet with it. You'll roll with it.
Whatever. Huh?
Carpe diem?
Que sera, sera.
C'est la vie?
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be.
And you're just going to keep on tweeting?
Of course. I have something funny to say or whatever, sure.
No verification or unverification or non-verification is going to stop that.
If I didn't tweet because of verification, I wouldn't have been tweeting in the first place. So
I think you're going to learn a little something about yourself through this defeat, and I think you're going to be okay.
What the hell does that mean? What am I supposed to learn about myself?
A guy.
Shit doesn't go your way, Greg. I'm 31 years old. I know that by now. Are you kidding me?
You didn't need any social networking.
No. What, shit doesn't happen? For me? Of course. I could have told you that at 20, for Christ's sake.
Are you extremely disappointed by your lack of verification from today?
No, not really. I just went in for the airtime. I'm a fucking whore. It would be nice to be verified. I could, use a few more followers. I only got 2,000. These guys got fucking 80,000, I'd like to be up there with them, but it's okay. I know the people that do follow me, one thing is I promote where I'm drinking, so you could actually come and hang out with me while I'm drinking.
You offer an interactive tweet.
Exactly. You could come and meet me and hang out with me and buy me drinks.
But did you really, at the end of the day, do you really care about, what does verification even represent? You know what I mean? To all these guys. Do you think they're making a big deal out of something that really doesn't matter?
Yeah, it kind of doesn't matter. Who gives a shit, I mean, what's that thing called? The flattery is the best form of... No, what's that?
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery. So let these guys have, imitators. That's cool. I have no imitators. Plus, nobody can spell my name right on there anyway, so that's the biggest problem I have.
Have you noticed a change in Ronnie since becoming verified?
Yeah, he looks a little taller. Doesn't he?
What is up with that? What's up with that?
I don't know. You just gotta... biggest, step, highest, kick to your step.
That's because I'm on a ramp. I'm higher than you right now.
Oh, that's, you know what? I think you're right.
You bummed at all about Biz Stone's ruling?
A little, because obviously I wanted to be verified, but I was sure JD was going to be verified. I was sure of it, and I was actually happy for him because I know how important it is to him, and he's going to try and use it to get laid, and I get that. So when it went to Ronnie, I was just like, I guess it would have been worse if it went to Phelan, but I felt bad. I felt bad I didn't get it, and I felt bad JD didn't get it. But what I'm most upset about is we have a liar in the office. We have a wolf in sheep's clothing, and the wolf's name is John Hine, and his sheep's clothing is that he doesn't care about being verified. He should have been first in line. Well, second. He should have been second in line, only to JD. The man wants to be verified. He's just too prideful to go ask for it or make a case. So guess what? No verification for John M. Hine, is there? No, because he's just too cool for school.
John?
Yeah.
Inflammatory accusations from your coworker Jason about.
Oh, what about this time?
Your desire.
What did I do wrong this time?
Your desire for verification, or playing it off as your too cool for school.
I wouldn't say I'm too cool for school. Being verified would be great, but I'm not going to go in there and beg for it, number one. Number two, I already dealt with somebody posing as me on Twitter, and it was handled appropriately. And Jason and JD and Ronnie and Benji and Phelan to an extent are much more desperate to have that sort of verification out there. I don't know if it's this level of fame they think they have, or maybe perhaps it will help improve their low self-esteem. I'm not sure what it is, but I didn't think, I wouldn't beg for it, and so I didn't think it would be good for the bit, and those other guys certainly made their pleas and completely embarrassed themselves. So I'm happy with my decision, and hopefully on my own tweeting merit, I'll earn verification someday, but if not, I could sleep at night.
You stand tall on your own. You don't need any social networking verification.
Absolutely, and to call me a liar is unfair. I didn't lie about anything. I'd love to be verified, but I didn't say I would go in and beg for it. Thank you.
Look at this guy. In 30 seconds, everything changed.
Right. And I kept time on everybody else's 30 seconds.
Your whole life is different.
Yeah, my whole life is different.
So you don't care that you got this over JD of all people. The ultimate revenge.
No, the whole thing was about these, like I was telling John and everybody else, it's about these imitators who get on there and start cursing out women in my name, and I just don't like it. I don't dig it.
You don't feel any sense of personal victory, though, as far as over your
coworkers?
coworkers?
I stated my case. That's it.
Benji, do you feel completely slighted by the fact that you have more followers and?
No.
I don't know if he has more followers.
I do, but
How many do you have?
A couple thousand more than you. It could change today.
Well, what do you have? How many do you have now?
Like 42.
Oh, okay,
like
so I'm almost up to 40.
But now that he's verified,
and how long
his life will change.
How long have you been on Twitter?
About the same time you have, a couple weeks. But what also makes it listen, we all got him because it says it's on the show. You've been talked about on the show a lot.
Right.
Howard actually follows JD. I don't know if Howard follows you.
He does.
Maybe now that
he does follow.
And now that you're verified, other people, I'll probably start following you too. But it definitely, I care about it. It sucks. I have people imitating me too, and insulting Ronnie's girls in my name, and I hate it.
So you've become the victim of haters as well.
Yeah, but I also, haters, scammers, all the topless, the anti-topless people, all those people.
People that are against the movement.
I have a confession, I'm the fake Ronnie. So.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
3 of them.
The fake Ronnie Mund?
Fake Ronnie. Yeah.
No, there's the fake Ronnie Mund. There's Ronnie the limo driver 69. There's Ronnie the Lino driver 69. There's this one 69. There's that one 69. There's Ronnie Mund. There's the Ronnie the limo driver, which I should ask him to get my real name is what I should.
I see a future where we're all verified. I do. I really do.
I do too. I have a feeling they're all going to be verified.
Thank you.
I have a feeling that's in the cards. Just a feeling.
And I swear, doesn't he look you've always been a handsome guy, but now that he's verified,
it's
stop it. No, I'm not.
Here we go with the shtick.
It's not shtick.
I agree. Handsome because I got verified.
He's glowing like a pregnant woman would. He is. He very much.
You are, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I actually won something.
Maybe you are pregnant.
Instead of getting my ass busted, I actually got a positive.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you.
Very gracious of you, Benji.
Thank you.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about Ronnie's block party, which has now become famous, and it was Ronnie and Scott who appeared at a club and had this big block party. So they came into the show, and then Ganji and Shuli showed up to sort of give us their version of what happened. It turned into a bit of a free-for-all. I think Scott felt a little attacked. But you watch it, you decide how it went.
Well, we've got Scott Salem here, so I want to jump right on Ronnie's block party. And Scott, you were accused of a couple things here. I'm hoping you could set the record straight. First of all,
more than a couple.
Did this happen because you were looking for money in a gig, or did Shuli approach you?
It's kind of both. We just discussed something. I said, "You get anything to host that make some extra money?" It wasn't like I was,
but it doesn't
seeking him out.
But already that doesn't sound like both, because it sounds like you asked him that.
He didn't come to you. He said he was lining up gigs, and I said. I inquired.
Right. So you asked
I didn't go to him seeking out a gig. I didn't say create a gig for me or
right. But he does gigs all the time, and you say, "Can I get on a gig?"
Yeah.
Was it one of those things where Shuli was in your office just BSing about what he's doing, and you were like, "Hey, maybe I could do something"?
Yes. It was kind of like that. I need some money and got a lot of bills to take care of, and I thought that I could pick up some money.
Now, does it bother you that other people here get to do these appearances? I know, like, your best friend Ronnie's doing a ton of them now. Gary does some. Benji.
No. Great. I'm, happy for everybody that can.
He does appearances.
You do. I'm happy for everybody that could do appearances. It's good.
Gary, do you sense any envy here?
I think there was a period of time when Scott didn't get gigs, and John and I used to do them. I think there was a period of time where there was, I would call it jealousy, sort of like, hey, I'd like to do gigs too. Why can't I do them? Why did John and Gary get them?
So what did you do at the gig?
Nothing much.
No, really. I mean, it sounded like you were piping in from time. Did you and Ronnie have that planned out?
Nothing was planned.
I was going to say, the whole ride down there, were you in your own car? Or were you?
I drove myself. Yeah.
So did you and Ronnie and Shuli ever get together and say, here's how the night's going to go?
Me and Shuli briefly had an outline. We didn't have any specific thing that we were going to do. And then Friday I thought about, the day before I said, it's the block party, so why don't we, Ronnie's famous for doing the hokey pokey and singing Sweet Caroline, which we did as well. So why don't we just do a short little bit that, get the audience involved just a little. And Shuli said fine, and probably said fine because he knew it would be,
Well, no, I think the crowd participation, when you get the audience involved in a show, when it's interactive like that, it's good. And look, if I were to write, 10 minutes of an act for you, it's not who you are. It's not what you do. I don't think it would go. Exactly. I think as bad as everybody says it went, it was Scott and Ronnie. Like, they didn't go out of the box. They didn't go out of their element. They did what they do. Ronnie, flirts with chicks, and Scott stands there and goes, I don't know what's wrong.
So you're deeming the night a big success?
You know what? No. Here's a rule in stand-up that I've learned. Nobody walked out early. That's a good sign.
We had standing room only. Everybody was happy. They left. They said goodnight. We had a great time, and
I was prepared to pull the fire alarm if things got really bad.
So would you do another block party in a different town?
Yeah, I would. I'd do it with these guys again.
Well, Howard said not to do it.
Yes. Well, I'm asking you how you feel about
it. Because today you said you weren't going to do it anymore.
I think I need a more defined,
phone.
Phone.
But did you?
The phone is great. I wish I could DJ parties now. I could just take the phone.
Did you walk off the stage feeling satisfied?
No,
you walked out like a baby, satisfied. For God's sakes.
No, I felt like
crying.
I was getting paid, nice money, and I felt like I didn't contribute enough. That's how I felt.
Let's talk about.
Hold on, Ronnie.
I didn't walk out.
You walked out.
It was over.
Everybody hung with the fans afterwards. You walked out.
I left.
And everybody had things to say about you after you walked out.
Hey,
like what?
Like, what's wrong with him? Why is he so crabby? Why is he so dull? Why is he so boring?
And that was just Ronnie saying
if you were on Twitter yesterday, you would have seen all this shit.
I don't.
If you were on Twitter, you
right?
have seen how much.
I don't Twitter.
Scott didn't want to break curfew.
There's a fake Twitter Scott, the engineer, somewhere.
Ronnie,
hold on.
Me.
I really believe it's you watching everybody.
Wait, guys, hold on. Ronnie, what was the mood with Scott? I mean, don't people kind of expect him to be that way, or do you think he's not enjoying this? Like, you guys are having a good time.
He didn't look happy to be there. To be honest with you, he really didn't look happy to be there.
Why do you think he was unhappy?
I don't know. That's not my thing to decide. But
you have a thought.
He didn't look happy.
But you have a thought in your head.
He even from before we even got there, he was calling on the phone about parking spots and shit like that. I mean, you go park your car. What's the big deal? I don't think he wanted to be there.
You saying Scott acted a little like a
You
diva?
didn't want to be there. Admit it.
You
didn't want to be there.
Why are you yelling at me? I was
Because.
fine. I had a good time.
Did you want to be there, though?
Of course I wanted to be there.
What do you think, Shuley? Seriously.
He was very excited about this show. He would ask me every other day, how are tickets looking, how are ticket sales.
What about the money, Shuley? Because today it came up that Scott wanted to be paid up front, and there was a little bit of complaining.
I was a little
there.
surprised because that's normally the way it works. You get paid at the gig. I mean,
I get that. And,
normally,
but also normally the way it works is, there's not two guys standing on the stage and doing the hokey pokey.
Fine.
That's also
that
not
was
normally
Ronnie's
how it works.
block party. You named it. That's what you wanted.
Absolutely.
So that's what you got.
Absolutely. But you also have to look at it like, I'm not a booker that you've never met before that's booking you at a club and you're never going to see me again.
I said fine. I didn't. If it was somebody else that I didn't know, I would have said this is bullshit. You got to pay us tonight.
Well, when we were driving down there, Shuley goes to me and goes, Scott's got a special bid he's going to do, but you think I should tell you about it? I go, no, don't tell me about it. Just let him surprise me. And that was the bit.
We got there and Scott says, should I tell Ronnie what I have planned? And Ronnie's standing there, and Ronnie just looks at me and he goes, whatever you got for me, I'm going to give it back to you 100 times, you bald fuck. And
you guys should have just come out in fucking diapers and sumo wrestle. That's what it sounds like you were doing.
I thought the banter would be a little bit better between you guys, considering you guys sit in the studio all day long and talk.
We had the mic fucking didn't work.
That's
I mean, they
true.
gave us piece of shit stuff. I mean, so right away, I mean, I walked in, I look at this thing. It looked like it was out of, like some kid's party or something.
Yeah.
It was like a Mickey Mouse mixer on the table.
But
I'm
it really was just like when there's technical difficulties in the studio and Howard starts yelling at Scott and Scott just does that look left, right, and he's just like, I don't know.
And I was like, what the fuck do you want me to do about this? I mean, it's not my room, it's not my equipment. They gave us mic cords that didn't work.
Yeah.
But your mic cord, you got to hold the fucking cord, on the mic to get it to work.
I will say in Scott's defense, this was the first time I ever did a gig with the DJ, and at the venue, I know they had a sound system.
I kept asking Shuley all week that you sure they got the stuff. They sure you get the right stuff.
Can you really be a DJ
No.
if your turntables are on your iPhone?
No, and we were going to call his phone while he was DJing. We wanted to do that, but the DJing ended after like 5 minutes.
It was
so
in
we
airplane
didn't-
mode anyway. So
Yeah. How great would it be? This one's going out to. Oh, hold on.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
So you told Howard this morning that you thought everything went fantastic. Ganji sends out a note saying that everything was a disaster.
Hey, listen, Ganji has to do his job at Howard TV.
And what's his job?
He's got to make it sound like it was shit and that I was an asshole, like everybody,
Well, you were an asshole.
Everybody was crap and, the whole thing and put, the whole spin on it that everything went bad. If you went on Twitter yesterday, the fans that were there put shit up. They thought they had a great time. The people I took, there was easy 160 people there, whatever it was. It was a small room, standing room only. They sold tickets. Everybody came up to me afterwards. They want to take pictures, say, we had a great time. Thanks for coming to Allentown. I mean, Ganji could say whatever he wants. I know they had a good time, and I'm happy about it. And he could say whatever the fuck he wants.
I said everybody left happy, but these were the things that I noticed if I was somebody at that event that was paying for a ticket. That's how I wrote the
Well,
notes.
the people didn't say it like you said it, okay? You said it, basically, there was a total train wreck.
It
Okay?
was a train wreck.
Well, in your mind, maybe, because you were sitting there and you couldn't get any food.
Hey, this is Jason, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, Ronnie and Scott were still arguing over the miserable Scott the engineer locking Ronnie out of his office. Then I went down there all heated up because I was mad at Scott for being miserable while we tried to do Geek Time out of his office. A lot of yelling, a lot of bad feelings, a lot of hurt people. Check it out.
Now, before Scott and Ronnie and Robin and whoever else wants to plead their case, Gary, did you know that Scott's door was shut today? Like he was keeping people out of his studio?
No, but you got to look where we work. Of course I didn't know it was shut. I mean, the funny thing was I walked by and I did see it shut, but it didn't seem weird to me. Then somebody comes into me and goes, just so you know, Scott's locked Ronnie out or whatever like that, and that's how it starts.
Now, Scott,
you can't do anything different here without anybody squealing on
The
you.
door was never locked,
But it was shut.
The door's been
Which
shut
is-
before.
Well, hold
But-
on.
but isn't but
it mostly has been open, but it's been shut before and it wasn't locked, so I didn't lock anybody out.
But
And-
you said that you shut your door because you wanted to focus on work today and keep people in the halls and the noise out. But a lot of people were calling bullshit on that because we only had one guest and there really wasn't a lot of stuff going on.
Can you be honest? Is I know you wanted to get your work done, but was there a part of you that was like, I just don't want to deal with Ronnie today, so I'm going to shut the door?
Well, I didn't want to deal with a lot of bullshit today, so just let me.
What define what you thought a lot of bullshit would be?
Any fallout from yesterday?
But I mean, what did you think? You think people were just going to walk by and just yell shit in?
Yeah, you asshole. No.
No, but really,
what kind of fallout? 'Cause there was no fallout. I walked in this morning, I said hello, and that was it.
I'm trying to get a handle on what you thought might be happening.
Yeah, what did you expect to happen?
Well, I didn't know. That's what I even said to my intern. I said, just watch out. Today's going to be a crazy day. And it turned out.
But why did you think today would be crazy? Because of the wrap-up show?
Well, the wrap-up show and the show yesterday, and I thought there would be more coming down from what happened.
But
So-
I totally get you want to focus on your work, so even if it's emotionally you just don't want to deal with it today. But was it, Ronnie? You said you walked in and said hello this morning.
The door was closed.
Oh, so the
and
door
I
was
said, "How
already
come the
shut."
door is closed?" And he said to me, "Oh, there's going to be a lot of noise around here today, and a lot of camera stuff going on, and that's why I need the door closed." I said, "What are you talking about? There's nothing going on."
What
I mean, there's going to be a lot going on, and I said, "You know what? Fine."
What specifically, and be honest, Scott, was under your skin? You hit Robin for the diva comment. You hit Ronnie for trashing your performance.
Forget Robin. She totally blanked out during the show today. Howard was talking about something. I forget what it was, but she had no clue on what he was talking about, and she's like, "What? What?" And Howard's like, and he had just talked about it for the last 2 minutes.
What does that have to do with you calling her a diva?
Well, come on.
Good point.
Everybody knows. But anyway,
I don't.
Are you saying that she's all high again and stuff?
Hi.
Nasca?
I mean, come on, really. I mean, everybody says she's full of herself, and a lot of times she is.
Well, she called you out for eating during the meet.
Excuse me, that wasn't my fault. I had gotten there and asked. I would, ask for something to eat an hour and a half before. When I got there, I said, "Let me eat before the meet and greet." And the guy said, "Sure, no problem, we'll get it." And an hour and a half later, the food shows up, right before the meet and greet.
But you said it was okay.
And I didn't sit there and eat. I got up and I was friendly and I took pictures. And what the fuck is your problem? Holy shit.
Part where you said you're friendly.
I mean, really.
That's actually pretty good.
That was good. Keep going.
I think that's the only one I can do.
So now Jason's pissing you
It's-
off?
yeah, right? We
Really?
just done that on
You
stage.
weren't even there. You don't know anything.
I know you, and you're not friendly. So.
No, I was very friendly. I shook hands. I said hello. I took pictures.
Not according to the other guys.
Well, they're wrong. That's why.
Oh, you're right.
Well, yeah.
Why would you say Scott isn't friendly?
Because I've listen,
not friendly to
worked
you.
I've worked with Scott a very long time. He's never been friendly, but I've always kind of laughed it off and shit. Like that's just the way Scott is. He's a miserable fuck. But I saw it in action last week. In just when you're trying to get something done and he just throws up every roadblock he can because he's miserable. So John, you know this. A few weeks ago we had to do Geek Time out of Scott's studio.
Yes.
Now I don't know why Scott seems to have some impression that his studio is some sort of private office for him where he gets to just lock the door at the end of the day and no one could go in there and record or get any other work done when Scott's not here.
No, I'll tell you why.
Scott
Because
also has the
people go through
studio
this
set up
shit,
in a way.
People go through this studio and they take shit out of there and they don't leave it the way it should be. I mean,
Okay.
that's why. I'll come in every morning and I'll sit at your desk and use your computer and go through your drawers and mess things up. And then when you come in, you can say, "Where's my
Well, see,
tape?
Scott, I don't have an office. I work in a
you
big,
have a
giant
desk,
office
I
with a
said.
whole bunch of
I
other
said you have
people,
a-
and stuff is
I
moved
said
all the
you have a
time.
desk, and I can go through your desk and tape your
If you had to do
your
work,
Scotch
if you needed
tape
to,
and your
if you needed to go on the profit machine to get something on for the show, absolutely, you can sit at my desk. But anyway, so Friday, Scott's studio is a wreck physically, and just there's trash all over the place.
There's no trash.
And
There's
nobody
no
can
trash
figure
all
out.
over the place.
People are running out like chickens with their head cut off. How do we do this? How do we do that? We're all very nervous. We never broadcast anything live out of Scott's studio before, and he sits there like a lump with his arms folded, doesn't offer help to anybody. All you ever hear is, "Ralph, don't move this. Chris Gibbons, don't move that." I mean, the biggest fucking baby in the world. I've never seen anything like it. Was like as if a NASCAR pit crew was in action and Scott was the flat tire in the middle where everyone was trying to trip over themselves, you're miserable. It was miserable. And you made a bad experience that much more miserable.
To do with being miserable. I've been in a social situation with Scott when fans say, "Hey, Scott," like, and you know,
I wasn't miserable.
He's
then.
always friendly
Yes, you
to
were.
people.
Well, then you just ooze misery.
Were you there?
We've all been at bars.
Yeah, you didn't
with
offer to
Scott.
help once.
Were you there?
You didn't. Yes, I was there.
No, not.
Oh,
no, at the gig we did.
No, but when Ronnie comes back and says you were miserable, it makes sense. It fits right into the whole.
Well,
your whole gig.
Scott, is that a fair characterization of what happened in your studio?
I was annoyed that you guys were, my work area is my work area. So what I get annoyed at is when the studio gets used and people want to use it and they leave it a mess, which has happened many times.
No, your version of a mess is you screamed at me on the top of your lungs. I'm talking face red, spit
last
flying.
week?
No, 5 months ago or so when we used your studio to record something and you didn't like. We put the headphones back in the wrong place. One headphone back in the wrong
intern.
place.
That was a kind of.
Your intern doesn't like you, so I wouldn't exactly go to your. Let's
like
ask
me?
your intern.
He doesn't like me?
I don't think so. I mean, he's always giving me good dirt on you.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, he's only here for a week, so. Yeah.
No, he's 2 more days he's here. So.
Did you know Jason?
Two very long days.
Very, very long day.
Yeah,
locked in the office with Scott. The misery.
You've made his life miserable.
You know,
for the next
it was so
2
funny.
He hasn't said anything.
Tim took us in the Scott studio a few days before that Geek Time with
First
Jim
of all,
McClure and broke the news to us that everybody's last choice was to do the show out of Scott's studio, but we had no choice. We had to. And Scott at any point offer, let me help you set it up so it's set up the right way or so I can set things up?
There was no right way to set that studio up. It's not an air studio. I've for 5 years I've said that studio was built wrong and it needs to be fixed, and I've been turned down every time. But all of a sudden when they need a studio for Geek Time, there's no respect for me and my opinion about that, how that studio sucks. But all of a sudden they need that for Geek Time for one day, and they're willing to spend $100,000 to rebuild the studio now.
Gary, a few weeks ago, you had asked me, you said, hey, listen, can you bring 2 chairs into the studio? We have guests coming in to watch the show.
Right.
Scott literally has, I think, 6 to 8 chairs in the studio. One's marked for Ronnie,
6.
the one he always sits in.
Not anymore.
One's marked for Scott. I know there's one for Scott's intern, one for if Lisa or Evan wants to hang out because it's a big hangout spot
Jason,
during the show.
I don't know what your fucking problem is.
And then I took 2 chairs. So anyway,
is the last 2 days just bash Scott days? Is that what it's all about? You weren't even asked to come in here.
Yes,
There's
I was.
no reason why you should bash me. This is not involving you at all. This was about our gig and what happened between
It's
us.
about your attitude
So there's
overall.
no need for you to fucking be here and bash me when everybody else wants to bash me. If you want to bash me another time, get the fuck out now and we'll take it up somewhere else. But don't come in here and bash me when we're dealing with another issue.
Scott,
okay?
not to make things worse, but it's actually scheduled for the whole week.
Yeah, it was on there.
And no, Jason, I asked Jason to come down because he wanted to talk about your door being closed and using your studio.
I'm not allowed to close the door. Who said Sal and Richard keep their door closed every day?
Doug, here's a perfect
why am I
example.
also all
Here's
of a
a
sudden
perfect
not
example of
allowed
Sal
to
and
close
Richard.
my door?
Here's a perfect
What is
example
the
of Sal and
problem
Richard.
with that?
They have a smaller office than yours, a cleaner office than yours, and every single time we need to go in there, whether it's to record something for the intern show or for Superfan or for
I have
anything
no
else,
problem
Sal bends over backwards to help me. If he's not here, he'll call me and tell me how to set up his computer.
I've
Richard,
done that. You know how many times I've done that with Steve? Steve, how many times have you called me? Whatever he needed, I showed him. I set it up. He's called me on the phone.
Scott's been very good with helping me do the intern show promo. I will say that.
He just don't like you, Jason.
Yeah. No, he doesn't like anybody. He gets everybody attitude. Trust me, not just me.
This must be my fault that this is all happening.
It all came from you. I didn't talk to Gary over the years. I mean, you're miserable. It's okay. It's whatever.
My
It's who you are,
workspace.
but
It's
you're
not
miserable.
my studio. Obviously, I don't
You
own
use
the
workspace
studio.
very limited.
Here's an interesting story that I've heard. Like Scott has been an angry guy over the years, and like 2 years ago he stopped being angry, but I think that wore off because he's a little angry now. But Jason would tell me, which I know is true, and I don't take any of this personally, Scott, because I think you just get mad at everybody and mad at a lot of situations. That when Jason would go down, I would give, even when we were back at K-Rock, I would give Jason something to do, and Jason found it easier to trash me to Scott to get shit done.
Absolutely.
Look, give me an example.
So for example, let's just say all the time you give me Stuttering John interviews, bring them down to Scott, see if you could cut them up. So normally I go, hey, Scott, Gary wants you to cut these up. Fuck him. He doesn't need best of, and I have this list, blah, blah, blah. I get the whole fucking, like a 21-year-old kid could care less what's on Scott's work schedule. So I started walking in and going, fucking Gary, god damn it. I don't know. He wants you to work on this. I don't fucking know. And then that was it. And Scott would go, yeah, I hate him.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, Tracy was repulsed by somebody leaving a disgusting shit stain in the toilet, which led us to talk about our little toiletry shenanigans, like the way I piss shit stains away for fun, And Richard Christie expressed the wacky things that he does when it comes to taking a duty. And we also talked a little bit about my penis as well, how I wrap it up with toilet paper and make a little sweet toilet paper turban out of it. Check it out.
Tracy Millman very upset over a skid mark left in the toilet back there, but Robin was more upset about the picture that Tracy sent out. And I think all fingers are pointing at Tim Sabian as the guilty party here, but during a break, he basically implicated himself, Gary.
Yeah, he came in and he goes, I was in there, like, he already tried to defend himself, but we didn't know who the culprit was. He's like, listen, I was in there yesterday, 3:30, I had a crap, and we're like, don't you clean the toilet? He's like, no, I don't look at that stuff, it's just shitting. But I have a bigger issue with Howard. I know what a germophobia is. I think that he would like to believe that that's what you should do, but I don't think Howard would put his hand in a toilet of shit.
I do. I absolutely do.
Do you?
Yep. Because I could see him, the way he described it, he said, you flush it, you wait till the water's gone.
I know what to do.
You're holding a wipe or something, and you're cleaning it that way. So you're not touching it, and most importantly, it's his own shit.
Well, that's true.
He wouldn't do it for anybody else, mind you, but his own, I totally
So you think he does it? You think he does it for cleanliness, or he does it because he doesn't want to be, oh, Howard Stern left skid marks on the toilet?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both, but I think he definitely does that. And Benji was breathing easy because right before Tim basically came in and implicated himself, he was being fingered as the guy who did it. Although what happened, Benji, you protested so much that everyone's thinking, okay, Benji had to do it.
I still want proof that I didn't do it, like, because I know it's like I always get blamed for shit, and I pee a lot. I'm a frequent peer, and I was in the bathroom during those hours. And the truth is, we can't really blame it on whoever is the last to use it. That's not.
No,
a
we're not
proper
saying.
way.
No,
we need cameras in there.
No, what? Yeah, that's got. What are you, Chuck Berry? What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at who was in there. If the only people that were in there, say between 3 and 5 o'clock, were you and Tim, then one of you did it.
That's not
and
true.
Since you,
you're
hold on,
basing it on when it was discovered.
Hold on. Tracy was in there at 3 o'clock. There was nothing in there. When she went back at 5:30, there was something in there. So now we've got it down to time. Now two people. Listen, two people were in there. You've already said you didn't shit. Tim already said he did.
All right.
Ergo, Tim is the shitter.
Right. But I could be lying, but I'm not.
I can put you on a polygraph, but then you'll give me a whole song and dance about how they're not accurate.
No, I'll do a polygraph on it.
And when Tim came in and said that, it was one of those things where he expected everyone to be like, yeah, me too. He's like, come on, I don't look down after, don't all you guys? And nobody said a word.
Actually, this toilet is a very strong flusher, too.
Okay.
See, it is a strong flusher. Richard gave me another way to clean the skid marks. I would say that I haven't really had a lot of issues with skid marks to think a lot about how to clean them. So Richard was saying that what you do is you flush, and when the water goes down, you just throw a bunch of toilet paper on it. Then when the water comes back up, it soaks it, and then you flush again.
Well, that's similar to what Howard was saying.
But Howard was
saying clean the bowl.
Well, he was saying use your hand.
Right.
Like wrap a bunch of toilet paper around your hand.
Right. Which I still think he does. But Gary was saying before you came in that he doesn't think Howard does that.
I've done that.
Stuck your hand in a toilet?
Yeah, then you wash it.
Yeah, but you're not a germaphobe like Howard is.
I'm pretty germaphobe, but yeah, I mean, at your house, you've never done that?
Stuck my hand inside the toilet?
Not your bare hand, but
no,
like
I know.
with some.
No, I have a brush. If I need it, if there's a brush, and I
Mr. Fancy. With
I
the
don't
brush.
use it. It's there for somebody else to use.
I've done that.
You put your hand in?
Sure.
For what reason?
If there's a skid mark, take a bunch of toilet paper and you clean it up.
That's crazy.
What do? You got to
worst
keep
thing-
that thing pristine in your house.
Oh, I do. I'm surprised I'm actually allowed to take a shit in my own home. But the thing is, the worst I've ever done, I don't leave shit streaks. And if there are shit streaks, just keep flushing, you moron. It takes 3 or 4 flushes. It loosens it up. And if there's a little shit on the side, you piss it off. We've all done that before, too. Everyone's pissed off a shit stain before. But
Wait, you piss off a shit stain after you've already pissed? Like you piss again? You have it in you to do that?
Well, sometimes, no. If you flush and then you ever lift up the seat, sometimes you'll see a little bit of that splatter on the side, like somebody took a spray gun. I like to piss off those little shit stains with my wiener.
But, okay, now I'm thinking about that. It would be very difficult. You would have to have very precise aim not to, when you're pissing off the shit stains, get it all over the bowl and the floor.
I have. That's another problem, too. Christine always yells at me. And thank God I have 3 boys because they're so easy to blame.
Right.
But a lot of times she'll walk in the bathroom and you just hear, I just stepped in piss! And I'm like, wasn't me. It was Antonio. You're all pigs, all of you.
You should see Sal's cock today. He's got toilet paper like all over it.
Why? Well, I wrap my penis in the morning in toilet paper. It keeps it dry. I think that's
Why
how
don't you
I
just
like
get
it.
an operation?
I saw it earlier. It was so funny.
My Uncle Sal did get an operation. He did get circumcised because later in life it was bothersome. To me, it's a little bothersome as well. I'm not having that many problems now, but I like to keep it wrapped in toilet paper. It keeps all the moisture out.
Do you
That
wrap
sounds so
yourself
gross.
every morning?
Yeah.
Do you think there's a business for you to come up with an item? Do you think other uncircumcised guys almost
I call it the toilet paper turban.
But what if you could pull them out like the way you pull wipes out? You pull it out and it's a little dick cover to go on your
condom.
Yeah, it kind of is because it's funny because well, I don't want to talk about this. But,
Sure you do.
Well, if you wrap it really well, like there was a time, and this was before I was married, of course. Got a lap dance once, and I had my little toilet paper turban on, and it's so funny. I went to the bathroom, and it came off like a football helmet. It was like plaster of Paris. It just came off beautifully, like a little white cap. So that's a little tip for guys if you don't want to mess up your shorts or your boxers or whatever. Make a little toilet paper turban, go to the club, get a nice rub, and pop. You just pop it off and you chuck it away. You set it and forget it, just like Ron Popeil. It's pretty good.
But I told Sal for his wife, like when she's giving him oral sex, it
never happens.
Well, if she ever did, it must be like when you're trying to eat a Starburst and there's little pieces of paper still stuck to it.
Yeah,
because he's got little bits of toilet paper stuck all over his
How do you
penis.
know that?
Can I show you,
Because
Gary?
I peed next to him.
And
today.
you see it?
Gary,
Yeah.
I have a few
He
shards
was-
of paper.
What?
Go ahead.
Richard sees the shards of toilet paper stuck to your penis.
Yeah, it's all over.
Oh, Jesus.
There's hundreds of them.
It looks like somebody left Turkish taffy in the car in the sun, and you pulled the paper. Some of it came off, and some of it didn't.
You know, one time I went to I went to the dermatologist when I thought I had the candida, right? And I had my toilet paper turban. Now this is a dermatologist. He's I'm sure he sees plenty of dicks all day long. So I come in there and he goes, "Okay, roll back your foreskin." And there's this chunk of toilet paper stuck to the head of my dick. And I just pushed it off with my thumb. I swear to God, he was dry. He started gagging.
What's your morning routine? Because I know you do a little bit of the makeup, the propecia, whatever.
No, I stopped the apecia. I stopped that. So what I do is I just get up in the morning. I no longer blow dry my hair. I don't have time in the morning for that. So I just get up, and what I do is as soon as I get out of the shower, I get some toilet paper, and I wrap it around my penis because the foreskin, again, it creates a little moisture there, and I'm very, very clean. And I've noticed when I do that, my dick stays fresher and cleaner during the course of the day. It's just what would you call it? I just do it for sanitary purposes.
When you take it off, is your dick dry, or is there a little terrarium going on?
You
in
know,
there?
it looks like a shriveled prune. But
is it wet and moist in there?
No, not at all.
No, it's dry.
It's very, very,
How do
very
you know?
dry.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
We peed today.
I saw it today.
I gotta tell you, I was there firsthand. I was waiting to go to the bathroom, and Sal went to the coffee room, and Richard goes, "I'm going to pee. You want to come?" And Sal goes, "Hold on. Yeah, I got to just go get something." I swear to God.
So you guys are peeing together again?
Not once in a blue moon. During the course of the show, if we
They
can
fell off the wagon.
Yeah, if we can squeeze one in. But
At least we're not shit streaking, though. At least.
Do you guys think Tim is guilty? That's what we are saying in here.
It sounds like it the way he was talking. Yeah, and I have a little secret for getting rid of shit streaks too, if I may.
Sure.
Like if you have extra feces after you flushed already, just flush again, and when the water's like at its lowest, throw some toilet paper on top of the feces.
I mentioned that earlier.
Okay,
That
yeah,
was your thing.
and it usually works pretty good.
What if the stain's still there?
Then I got
Quit your job.
A lot of you can take like a wad up of toilet paper and then flush again, and when the water's at a low level, wipe the feces real fast before the water comes back up.
Have you guys ever dug something out of the toilet that you dropped and you needed?
Yes.
And so you stuck your hand in the toilet.
Yes, but it was really like it's something like you absolutely. I think it might have been like keys, something stupid, but
Right.
whatever. It was something that. Oh, I know what it was. It was my glasses. I keep glasses by the toilet, so I had flushed. Or maybe when I got there and my glasses fell in.
My comforter.
And I needed to get them out. But I go in under protest.
I plugged up a toilet at a hotel once, and there was no plunger. And it was right when I started going out with my fiance, and I was embarrassed, so I had to stick my hand in and pull out all my feces and stuff.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What would you call?
And where'd you put it?
I pulled it out so that it unplugged the toilet, and then it
What
went
about, do you
down.
think
So
about-
wait, did
use
you
a hanger?
Did you
Yeah.
were you holding it as then it went down and then you put it back in?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Great if she walked in at that moment. Man.
No, the door was locked.
And she's marrying you.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was nothing around, and I didn't want to leave the restroom in case she would come in, so I just unplugged it with my hand.
There's just a great. Do you watch Rules of Engagement at all? I catch it from time to time. It's not my favorite show, but there's some funny stuff. They go to a party and the hot chick clogs the toilet, and she doesn't know what to do. She's freaking out. So her fiance blames it on these two nerdy guys. They tell everybody at the party that they clogged the toilet, and they become like the idiots at the party.
Have you ever used the back of a toothbrush to scoop toilet paper out? I've done that.
The back
before.
of a what?
A toothbrush.
No.
Was it your toothbrush?
No, I was at somebody's house one time and I clogged the toilet.
Oh,
and
it was
I
their
panicked.
it was their toothbrush.
Better not have been at my house.
No, but I took the back of the toothbrush and I went in there, but I didn't use the bristle part. You know.
Yeah, because you use the part they put on their hand instead of the part they put
but
in
I
their
rinsed
mouth.
it off with hot water.
So now they all have a cola.
Because germs won't crawl.
Yeah, did you tell them that you did this?
Oh, of course not. You feeling okay, John?
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we finally concluded, I think, the Jason and Scott the Engineer argument. Jason taking a lot of flack for beating down Scott, and Scott actually getting support. Typically, Scott's the one who people are complaining about, but it was more anti-Jason. So we talked about it and tried to figure out what the reason was. Take a look.
Jason is taking a lot of crap. I mean, in the email, I guess, and a caller about the way he's treated Scott. And in the beginning of this show, I said it's rare that Scott the engineer is sort of being defended. A lot of times, Scott's the one who's getting knocked. Why do you think that is?
I was just talking to Will about this during the break. I don't think anything Jason said about Scott, if anybody else would have said it, would have been an issue. I think it's more of the who the fuck is Jason? Like, why does he have? What gives him the right to come and fuck with Scott?
So it's not what he said; it's just the fact that he's saying it.
I think so. Yeah.
So I also think it was like an argument about the show that they did in PA, and then it seemed Jason might have a legitimate gripe, but it seemed like it came out of left field.
Well, the question was: is Scott slow? Is Scott a bit of a sad sack? And yeah, I guess Jason sort of pointed it to: is Scott hard to work with? But it was something that was on Jason's mind for a while. But Scott seemed blindsided by it.
Yeah, and Jason went in to talk about it, but Howard, shifted on to something else very quickly. I don't think he had time to get his point across. What do you think he would have said, Will?
Say what again?
With Jason, because he's taken, he's taken a lot of flack lately.
That's the way it goes with Jason. I don't know. For some reason, he seems to irritate the shit out of people. So it doesn't matter what he says. It's just that it's coming from him.
And then I get shrapnel, too, because at one point, he and Scott got into an argument right outside my office, and one of Scott's accusations was, why don't you stick your tongue further up Gary's ass?
Oh, yeah, that one got ugly.
Yeah,
But
keep
don't you-
licking his balls.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't you guys think that Jason often seems like he's trying to hurt people? Like some people, when they cut on people here, it seems like more of a joke. And Jason seems like he's trying to damage him. That's to me what gets me.
I think that, I've spoken to Jason about this at length. Jason is one of those guys that was truly raised on the show. So he's totally in the Howard camp, drinking the Howard Kool-Aid. Like, you should be very, very honest. The problem is when you have a microphone in front of you, sometimes Jason can be like that off the air. But I don't think Jason's cruel. I think sometimes he just tells the dead honest truth, which can be very cruel.
And he won't back down. I think that's the other part of it. He will fight you. Doesn't matter. Even if you're best friends at the time, he will go at you.
He'll say, "This is what I think. Why should I change? Because it's hurting your feelings."
He's definitely a button pusher, but that day he seemed extra vicious.
Well, the other thing that he does, which people give him a hard time, is he will cop to whatever. Like, he won't pretend like someone told him this. He'll throw people under the bus, but he'll tell you, "I'm the one who threw you under the bus." Whereas other people don't necessarily do that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but he does it after he throws you under the bus. He says, "I'm the
Hey,
one."
I just stick a knife in your.
Like somebody called him, he's trying to be the new Stuttering John, but everybody seemed to like Stuttering John. But some people are irritated with Jason. What's the difference? John was almost the same. In some ways, John could be sort of more evil. Jason's more upfront about it.
And we got to give Scott.
John had great hair though.
We got to give Scott the engineer credit, because he probably did Jason's laugh better than anyone, and now it's become a part of Fred's stable.
It's my second favorite sound of the week after Tim knocking over the guitar.
And I don't know if you know this, but Scott made the effort to extend the olive branch between those two.
Yeah, I heard they
after
made
the
up.
big fight. So, kudos to Scott.
They're cool?
That's what I hear. Yeah, I think they're on a employees relationship now. They're not trying to be friendly anymore. It's just if you need something done, I'll do it, and that's it.
Weird email. Those two are so odd. I have to separate them. It's like school.
Can they exist on their own now? I think they've become like Siamese twins. If you separate one, the other one dies.
I got a long letter from Richard and Sal, an email from Richard and Sal.
Together.
And they must have spent an hour composing it because they're two morons.
Who wrote and who dictated?
Basically telling me how hard they work and that I'm under the impression that they don't work hard. And then they listed all the bits they do and it was fucking retarded. I didn't even read it. I deleted it. I read like the first paragraph. It went on for 10 paragraphs. Them telling me what great workers they are and how hard they work. I'm like, what the fuck?
They're responding to something you said. Oh.
Are you all right?
Whoa. She need Heimlich?
She's laughing. Don't laugh.
No, I'm having an Anderson Cooper moment.
Right.
You hear about things like this. It just happened
What
to me.
happened?
Something went down the wrong way.
You eating while you're talking to me?
No, I'm just drinking a little something.
Oh.
But they responding to something you said last week at the end of the week. You said, I don't know, you never see those guys. I don't know what they're doing back there.
Yeah. So and then we're having a meeting tomorrow where I'm going to talk to people about maybe how they can use their time better. And I think Richard and Sal feel
it's directed at them.
So they wrote me. They wrote. I mean, they're so. Why don't they just marry each other? They're so fucked up. Writing a letter to me together. What? You know what? I should fire both of them together.
I think they're a team.
I hated it. Like, don't use my email to write me about how hard you work. We're having a meeting tomorrow. You can tell me how hard you work in the meeting.
Well, what did they say? I mean, was it anything?
I didn't read it. I told you. They must have spent. And you know what? It was probably 2 hours they spent composing this thing.
They did that on your time.
Right. They could have. They did it together. They did it here. They could have been doing a bit. That's my point. Don't fucking write letters. I don't want to read letters about how hard you work.
And I don't know.
I didn't read it. You want to read it?
How did you not know? Yeah, I would like to read it. I would like them to read it.
Hey, come in here and read your letter to Robin. Two idiots. Oh, are they fucking idiots? Who writes a letter like that? And no guy who runs a business wants to read a letter that they compose about how hard they work.
Right, but you know how insecure they are. They're ridiculous. They drive each other crazy.
They wrote me a letter about how hard they work.
Do you really think Howard doesn't think we work hard?
Yeah, the two of them sat back there and wrote a letter together. I guess while they were blowing each other, they worked
let's
on
write him a letter.
Yeah. They locked themselves in that room and...
They're on their way, Howard.
Yeah, and bring your letter, boys, so Robin can hear it. Stupid, boring
don't
letter.
ever write anything. Record everything.
Yeah. Which one's funny to read it, Richard or Sal?
I think Richard.
I don't know. Sal's pretty funny.
Maybe he can't even read it.
He must be shaking during the whole thing.
Which one of you idiots actually wrote this letter? And when did you write it? That's what I want to know. Idiotic letter. Fucking morons. What's wrong with you guys?
Well, we were really bummed out about what you said the other day.
And you wrote a letter. How long did it take you to write the letter? And don't tell me 10 minutes.
It probably took 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay, that's 2 hours it took them.
No, a half.
Yeah.
Because you had to talk about it first, though.
Yeah.
But why do that on my time? Do that on your own time.
We sent it yesterday.
Yeah, okay. You sent it yesterday.
We did it Friday, probably during our lunch hour.
During lunch hour.
Yeah, well, we
I like Richard goes, we did it yesterday. And Sal's such an idiot. He goes,
sent it yesterday.
We did it Friday. Which
It took days to write this thing.
I need a lawyer.
It took him 20 minutes to write it. But meanwhile, it's Friday through Sunday this is going on.
We did proofread it yesterday.
Yeah, well, I mean, honest to God. And why do you lie to me, Richard?
what?
About
You
what?
didn't write it on Sunday. You wrote it on Friday.
No,
Sal
I
just
didn't say
busted
that.
you.
I said we sent it yesterday.
Yeah, you sent it yesterday, implying you wrote it yesterday.
I made some tweaks to it yesterday to make
So
sure
it was not
right.
a half hour. I guarantee you there were hours put into this stupid letter.
But the letter was written for you to make you aware of.
I read about 1 or 2 sentences and I went, this is the most boring horse shit I've ever read.
But would you have rather us got you in the hallway and
No,
told you
we're
this?
going to have a meeting tomorrow and you can tell me about how hard you work if you want to. You don't have to tell me how hard you work.
But we even figured this is better than doing it in the meeting
I
because
don't
we
want
don't want
I don't
to
want to
keep
know
you
about
at the
how hard you
meeting.
work. Just, get to work. And don't
We
waste
are.
time with fucking letters. 2 idiots.
Who do you think masterminded this thing? Whose idea was this?
I'm going to say Sal. No. I'm going to say Sal says, maybe we should write him a letter.
I think it was pretty mutual.
No, it doesn't happen mutual. Someone tried the light
would you
bulb go
say?
on. Somebody goes, you don't think as one. You're not the Borg. One of you maniacs is the leader back
You
there,
don't-
like
wait.
Mo from the Three Stooges that thinks he's brighter than the other one.
Wait.
I got a good idea. What's your idea? Well, we're going to make a phony phone call? No, let's write a letter to Howard. A totally useless letter.
And you know what? We did make a phony phone call on Friday too. We did that's part of
Yeah,
the
and you-
letter
and
is
you
everything
and by
we
the
did
way, the
on
one
Friday.
you made on Friday, you recorded it wrong. You're
did?
too loud on it. How'd you record that?
No, it's because it was Blog Talk Radio.
It's a show. It's
You're
their
loud
audio.
and you can't hear them.
We could remix it.
We can't remix it because it's their
No, you
audio.
can't.
It's from their show.
We could do it.
Like that's how their show is
They
recorded.
make you louder than the host?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Listen, I'm not saying you're not funny. I'm not saying you do a bad job. I just think you could use your time better. Not writing me letters
Certainly
about how hard
better
you
than
work.
this, yeah.
So which one of you geniuses first had the idea to write the letter?
I really don't.
Honestly,
Take us into the process.
Honestly, even our calls, we don't remember who comes up with the idea first. We
Yeah,
just
but you
both
heard
do it.
Howard talking, and who said, oh, man, do you think he really thinks that?
We both said it at the same time.
You got very upset.
Very.
Yeah. And then when you got upset, someone said, let's spring into action.
Well, we were thinking.
Well, last week we turned in some. We're always working. You said we haven't turned anything in, but
Gary agrees with me. You guys,
Have they slacked off?
They slacked off a little bit. That's all right. I'm gonna give you a kick in the ass tomorrow during the meeting.
Like this isn't a kick in the ass now. Holy shit, we're dead tomorrow. So what
you
happened?
do a good job. Don't get all nervous like little girls and start writing letters. I tell Benji all the time he does a shitty job. He doesn't write me letters. Takes it like a man. Right, Benji?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him.
He's
barely able to function.
I know.
He's a man, but he's a beaten man.
He looks so happy.
He takes it like a beaten man.
He is one. Poor guy.
That's why he's sweating and blotchy all the time.
But he didn't write me a letter.
He just breaks out.
All right, read your letter. Who's going to read it?
Oh, please.
Hey, listen to this letter. Go ahead.
Howard, we would like to reassure you that we are using our time very wisely and working hard to create material for the show.
Now, this is as far as I got.
First of all,
And then I deleted it.
Nothing you do is wise.
Read that sentence again.
Come on, Auto-Tune
We would
Pizza
what?
took a little smart.
What is this? We would what?
We would like to reassure you that we are using our time very wisely and working hard to create material for the show.
All right, go ahead.
Many of our calls and bits sometimes take up to a month to execute and edit a final call for the air.
That shit takes a month?
At least.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm not kidding you. There's sometimes we make calls for 2 weeks straight with like drops of your parents.
Right.
And then we'll get a good one and we don't get a consent and we have to do it again.
All right,
In
fair
some
enough.
cases, not
Fair
every
enough.
case.
Fair enough.
There was a call we turned into you last week that you didn't like, but it still took us like a month
Which
to
one
do
was
it.
that I rejected?
Where we were clicking over to each other, like they thought they
Oh,
were
yeah.
having technical difficulties.
By the way, listen, it's not like I just said, gee, I haven't heard from the boys in a while. They haven't been on the show. What's going on with them? I'm going to check in with them.
Right.
You fucking guys don't have to go back there and start writing letters.
We would just
And you
wanna
get
make
so
you aware.
goddamn paranoid when I pass on one of your phony phone calls. Sometimes
No,
sometimes
we understand that. It was just
sometimes it's not up to the excellent standards of this show.
I get it.
But also, you
They
could.
only read one line of the stupid letter.
And someone just handed me. Sal thought he was being fired.
I always think I'm being fired.
You're not, when have I ever threatened you with being fired
Never.
or anything?
On Thursday, you said I might have to start firing some
Okay,
People,
come on.
not us specifically.
Come
but
on.
I thought it was me.
Well, probably was you on Thursday. Thursday I wasn't in the best mood.
Oh, well. Well, we appreciate it.
All right,
Howard.
read your letter. Go ahead. Read
Oh,
your.
God.
So I get this, and I'm telling you, I
mean,
heard the
it's
first
2
sentence.
pages, right?
Yeah. Oh. I scrolled down. I said, I'm not reading this. Look what these two maniacs are writing me. Keep going.
Do I need to read or Sal?
No, go ahead. You do it.
You read.
Oh, it's more than 2 pages.
Oh, it's a booklet.
The Broken Vase Tradio call took 1 full week's worth of attempts before we were finally able to get through enough times to put together the final call. Below is a small example of some of the material that we have presented and show submissions that we have edited within the past month. We work very hard to put out finalized product for the show and want to make you aware
Finalized
of this.
product. Like it's a business letter.
We're selling makeup that's product.
Tupperware.
I'm telling you, I just my eyes glazed over.
I even said to Richard, I go, Richard, call that bitch. He goes, no, product's a better word.
Can you imagine? I wish if you idiots had taped this session, then it would have been a bit. The composing of the letter would have been funny. Then I would have said you're geniuses.
Product is the makeup software.
Right.
Go ahead. Oh, God.
The reason our studio door is often closed is because we're recording or writing to create material for the show and do not want people walking in while we are trying to record a call.
Shit on your own. Go ahead.
We feel that we are working harder than ever to write, edit, produce, and record material for the show, and just want to make you aware of some of the work we've done recently. And then we listed several bits and things we've done.
2 pages of bits.
3 pages.
3 pages.
Of material and product.
Wendy the retard, what would she do for $1 million game? Broken Vase Tradio call. Harlem earthquake
Second
interviews.
time they mentioned the broken vase.
Yeah, but I
think
love that one.
that's their let it be.
Yeah.
We've edited nearly 40 different Wolfie interviews. 2 to 5 song parodies a day that we submit from listeners. You know,
Psych and whatnot.
Psych and Little Mikey, Eli Braden. Asian Pete Guess the States games, the new game we worked on.
But Gary even said you just dragged Asian Pete in the back and gave him a quick quiz. You know,
that didn't take.
It didn't take a month.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
All
We're
right,
not
okay.
saying everything
It's our
takes forever.
contributions.
All right, okay, just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
Right.
Who would miss Howard Stern bang game?
All right, or you don't have to list everything.
Dollar
Okay.
store
So then
prank
this
call.
thing,
This is what you're supposed to read through.
I opened up my email, and they name their bits, and I have no idea what any of them are. That they're named.
They're
I
like
don't
our
remember.
children.
Yeah. They have a series, like the Confusion series, and the
Right.
Yeah.
We thought you would be particularly proud of Crossline Confusion. It was a combination of Tradio and a Confusion series.
Well, I am. Listen, I didn't hire you guys because I think you're stupid and not funny.
Oh,
I
it's
think
like Cowboys and Aliens. You know, they've mixed 2 genres
right.
there.
Yeah, explain that to the audience.
We're cowboys and assholes.
You guys are funny. You guys do great work.
Thanks.
I never once said to you your work is shitty.
No, you haven't.
You guys get super insecure if I reject one bit. You don't let me.
Well, we want to please you. You know,
Right.
that's.
I know, but you do.
This is a great show.
But-
You put on a great show, and we want to make sure that we fit that criteria.
Just your time management might be used better. That's all.
All right.
But also, if there's calls that you think are too long, we can always edit them down,
All right.
too. You know, like the
All right,
confusion.
Oh, my God, that's another month.
Did you want to hear the end of the letter that you didn't
Yeah,
make
what's
it?
at the end?
There's an ending.
Yeah. Let me hear the summation.
We just want to make you aware that the time spent in our studio is used to take hours and days worth of material to create what is on average a 1 or 2 minute on-air clip. Although because of the volume of material that we submit, it might be simple or it might seem simple to do what we do. We take pride in the many hours of
Now they do that.
writing, recording, producing, and editing work that goes into the material that we submit. Sincerely, Sal and Richard.
Any other job would just fire you.
I don't think any.
They get crazy.
Yeah.
So Gary, technically, Howard's the boss. He decides what's what and how he wants people to manage their time, et cetera, et cetera. But you're more of a day-to-day manager of Richard and Sal. Have you noticed this paranoia and just this odd sort of action by this team over the past, I don't know, I want to say year or so?
Well, I haven't noticed paranoia. Because they're always paranoid. They were from day one. So it's nothing new. In terms of, like, if Howard passes on a bit, they get very sensitive. What didn't he like about it? We worked so hard on it. And I always say to the guys, how much time you put into a bit should have nothing to do with whether it's funny or not. It's got to be funny. So if you spent a year in a bit, or if you thought it up in your sleep and did it in 5 minutes, it all has to be treated the same. We can't play something unfunny because you worked really hard on it. That's just the way it works. I have noticed that they've been almost non-existent during breaks and in the studio or doing hijinks around here for about the last year and a half. That was part of it. But my issue or my discussion that I had with Howard was we were on a fairly long vacation, of which Richard was on his honeymoon. And when I got back, I expected a lot more stuff to be waiting for me from Sal, and there just wasn't.
Do you think
it was no more than if we'd been gone for the weekend.
Do you think that speaks to the fact that they need to work as a team? So if half your team is gone, then
I don't know, but I just thought that there was a long time we were gone where they could have been out on the street and also conjuring up new ideas. I know they do phony phone calls. I know they go out on the street. I know they do song parodies. Maybe there's other ideas that they can come up with as well.
As far as them not being present or seen much in the studio, not only during breaks, but during the actual show itself, they seem to think like they can't win. If they're in the studio too much, Howard tells them to get out, so they get discouraged.
Well, Fred and I go down that road, but you have to just keep. You have to keep plot. You have to keep going. You can't just stop producing because you don't like the way you're being treated. Babies.
So, guys, when Howard was sort of dressing you down in there in a very polite way, was there anything you took from that'll be useful going forward as far as time management? Maybe being a little bit less paranoid, et cetera, et cetera. Do you feel that he changed your approach at all in there, or do you feel better at all?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, he played our new call and played the other one too, and that was cool. And yeah, I think we know not to email.
Yeah, we're definitely not
letters.
emailing Howard anymore.
Unless it's ideas. We email a lot of ideas.
Right.
And stuff.
The ideas will keep going, but no more letters of explanation. But when a guy says, you know, what are those guys doing back there? They're blowing each other. I got to have a talk with them. I'm going to motivate people and fire people. How can you not be?
Know what we were doing
How
back
can you
here.
not be worried? You know, we were certainly worried, so we wanted to remind him because he doesn't see everything that we do behind the scenes. He knows we work hard. He knows we provide material, but he doesn't physically see it. So we just wanted to make him aware of what we do and how
that we're not blowing each other back here.
Yeah, and how we utilize our time efficiently to provide him the material that he deserves.
You guys mentioned that a 2 or 3 minute call takes up to a month.
No, in some cases.
Sometimes, like the Sour Shoes, when he called
Steve
Langford, that took forever because Langford kept hanging up. And, you know, and certain calls do take a while. Like the Auto-Tune Pizza call took forever because people would hear us auto-tune singing and hang right up. And, finally we got somebody that wouldn't hang up. And
there were cases with, even with Ronnie. There was a phone call we did with Ronnie. It was Larry King, Are You Gay? That took like a month, and we just couldn't get people to react. Some people, hang up right away. Some people say no to a consent.
And we could have gave up after a few calls, but like Francis Ford Coppola, it took years to make Apocalypse Now. He went through a hurricane, all kinds of stuff. When you go through a little bump in the road for a prank call, you don't just stop. We continue until we get the product that we want.
You miss 100% of the shots that you never take. So we keep taking shots.
I think I read that on a poster one time.
Wayne Gretzky said that.
Now going forward,
Wayne Gretzky.
Now going forward,
Wayne Gretzky's his retarded brother.
Will you guys try to make yourself more visible, involve yourself in the day-to-day operations of the show? If you have something to chime in with, maybe if you're more visible to Howard, he'll think you're still more part of the...
Maybe, but we interject ourselves when we think it's appropriate. We don't want
to... He asked us to come in today, so we went in.
We came in. We don't want to break up the flow of the show.
Yeah, like during an interview or something, if we're going to go in there and screw up everything and break the flow, then we won't do that. We go in when we're needed, and, sometimes... we're back here editing stuff and we got ourselves locked in our room doing a call or editing material and we're just busy back here. We're not, gallivanting out in the hallways all the time because we actually have stuff to do.
And if you notice, there were quite a few times where we did go on the air and the first thing Howard says is get the hell out, go in the back and make calls. So we pretty much got the message that, our priority is to be back here and provide bits and content for the show. So we don't really want to overstep our boundaries by going on the air on every whim that we get, so to speak.
So bottom line, if you can't win with Howard, still nothing's going to break up this duo.
Never.
You're a team.
That's
forever.
Cock and balls. Team.